Raider Nation, what's going on? You're watching the Raiders Report. It's Mitchell Renz here from Chat Sports, and I have a very special show on tap for everyone out there. Hopefully everyone had an amazing 4th of July. I saw before the show started, there was a little bit of an argument between Smart UK and the rest of y'all with Britain, London, the United States. I don't even know exactly what the debate was about, but at the end of the day, we are here, and we are all going to be rooting for the Raiders. So, some of y'all don't know, but what's going to be coming up here on today's live show, we're going to be doing a Madden roster for Madden 2024 roster live simulation, Raiders versus the Denver Broncos week 1. Because obviously whatever happens on Madden means that it's exactly what's going to happen when the Raiders and Broncos actually play week 1. Before we do that, the final thing that we do today will be this simulation. I'm going to be honest, it's going to take probably 90 minutes to go through the entire game. Before that, we're going to get into a Marcus Peters news update. An NFL insider had some interesting things to say about Peters and another NFL team. I'll tell you what that was said. We got some free agent targets before training camp that I do think that the Silver and Black could potentially look at. And then as always, if you want to get those questions, comments on the show, use hashtag Raiders or you can super chat. So let's get this thing going right now. Go down in the comments section, type Y for yes, or I want you to type your N for no. Will the Raiders sign Marcus Peters? Woo! Welcome in Jeremy Chuggs. What's up, brother? What do we think here? Will the Raiders sign Marcus Peters? Y for yes, N for no. That's the top topic of discussion on today's live show. Also, want to give a huge shout out to Queen Sarah Otto. I was looking down in the comments today. She is celebrating her 11-year anniversary with her husband. They've been dating for 11 years, married for 9. So Queen Sarah Otto, congratulations to you. Everybody give some shout-outs to her. Give me a Y for yes, N for no. Chugs, what do you think? Peters, yes or no? Where do you go with this one?
Oh, I'm gonna go yes. I'm gonna go yes. I think
Juan Hernandez agrees.
And I think obviously there's rumors about him with other teams, even rumors about him going back to the Ravens, the team he's been with for the past couple of seasons.
Sure.
But as you have pointed out before, the Ravens made a move earlier in free agency signing Rock Ya-Sin.
I would have rather Rock Ya-Sin than Marcus Peters if I'm being 100% honest.
Do they double dip in the free agent cornerbacks? They already have Marlon Humphrey. They have a couple guys on their depth chart who I know they like. Do they go out and get Marcus Peters?
Are you a double dipper? If we're sharing food, chicken tenders, one sauce, cane sauce, are you double dipping?
I'm a rip and dip.
Rip and dip? See, that's respectable. For me, I have no shame. I will 100% double dip. I'm comfortable enough with you. If I'm with like a total stranger, then no, I'm not going to do that. But
yeah.
I do also believe that Peters, there is a good chance that he does end up signing with the Silver and Black. And we'll go into the latest news around the veteran corner. But I see Carlos down in the comments. What up, George Marshall, Vincenzo Peoples?
Thug the door. Followed me on Threads.
Yeah?
Yeah, followed me on Threads.
Free Fly Jedi, always good for a retweet. That's my dude right there. Keystone Raider, Anthony Perez spamming Y for yes.
Some account called OLV Raiders Network said he'll definitely sign in 3 to 4 weeks.
Hey, there we go.
I don't know how credible that guy is.
I don't know either.
That guy or girl, don't want to.
That's true.
I don't know who it is.
If only he had like a graphic to like support what he was saying, that'd probably be a lot better to see.
Like a Raiders graphic or like a graphic Raider.
Ooh, yeah. But if he tried to do that, it'd probably just be filled with just talent that a lot would just be wasted.
Yeah.
I tried. I didn't get it. All right, what up, Martin? What up, Kyle Johnson? Sickness.
Also,
yeah.
Pumped. Me and Mitch, we kind of interchanged our vacations.
Yes.
So now finally back in the saddle. I hope everybody enjoyed the 4th of July. I know not everybody here likes fireworks, but if you do, I hope you enjoyed them. But I had a great time.
Nah, man, I had a hell of a 4th of July. Showed up to work on my off day, and then that's why I ended up going live with Wasted and Graph on Tuesday.
If you follow me on Threads at Jeremy Chuggs.
Oh, you got at Jeremy Chuggs?
Oh, of course.
Yeah? All right. I'm just going to tell you all this right now. I am not going to get a Threads. I'm just going to tell you that.
Jeremy Chugs.
All right, so Jeremy, you can go
Chugs.
follow Jeremy over on Threads, apparently. My next question is this, because we will be doing a Week 1 simulation today. It is going to be probably close to 90 minutes. We did 8-minute quarters. Jeremy told me, so here's the thing. We have already run the simulation. Neither of us know who the winner of the game is. But all I know is that the game itself is about 60 minutes. So who do you think is going to end up winning this game? It's technically Jimmy Garoppolo's first game with the Raiders. It is Sean Payton's first game with the Denver Broncos. Who you got? Type LV for the Las Vegas Raiders, or I want you to type DEN for the Denver Broncos. And I want you to be honest with me. Again, if this was the regular Week 1 game, if everyone wants to spam Raiders, it's all good. This is a Madden simulation. This might surprise you, but whatever happens today, it's not guaranteed that that's going to happen come Week 1 of the NFL season. But you know what? I'll tell you what, if it did, I would make you change all of the sliders, and we would be going to a Super Bowl. That I can guarantee. But I got Q Money, diehard Raider fan 365. What up, David Zahn, member of Mount Raidermore, Keystone Raider, Steve, diehard, Thug the Door, Strawberry, Jeffa, Zelbo. I'm just kidding. Zelbo, what up? Appreciate you tuning in. We got a super chat rolling in. When Bronco fans fart, rainbows come out.
I actually, Petey does.
Yeah?
Petey does fart rainbows.
You do sit right behind him.
Yes.
Wow. And if it's too loud, Marshall gets really mad if it's the day after the 4th of July.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
Hey, well, you know what, XX Raider? Cheers to you. Cheers to Tyler Otto. First time super chat.
Oh!
Cheers to all y'all. And since we're going up against the Broncos today, I figured, you know what, let's keep the mountains cold.
Any relation to the Queen?
Ooh, I don't know. I mean, Tyler Otto related to Queen Sarah Otto. Maybe they're married.
I don't know.
I don't want to draw comparisons. I don't know if that's the right word, but lucky man if you are.
Mitch, who you got in this?
I'm hoping the Raiders win, because I'll tell you this right now. The Raiders got a 6-game winning streak against Denver. They have won a lot of really competitive games, but I just can't stand Russell Wilson. Sean Payton, I think, is going to really regret going to the Mile High.
It's Sarah Otto's husband.
Yeah, we got it right. Or Tyler's just like, you know what? He's like, I'm just going to say that we're married. But overall, I do think that the Raiders are the better team this upcoming season, but this game is hopefully a close one. That's all I want.
So I have a game, and I didn't run this by Mitch, but I think you'll enjoy it. Mm-hmm. I want you to predict the score of this Madden simulation.
Okay.
If somebody super chats the correct score to us before the game starts, which right now in the build-up, if you super chat whatever amount, if you super chat the correct score, beer bong.
All right, bet.
And if it's a 50 super chat, boot.
So 50 or higher, boot. Anything below that, beer bong.
Yes, if you get the score correct for the Madden sim.
Wow. All right, my guess is going to be 28-24 Raiders.
Okay.
I'm looking at your eyes. I didn't get it right. I don't think I got it right. All right, yo, how about this? Get your score predictions in right now. I should also mention that we do have a giveaway item today. Whoever is the Raiders Report MVP, you will get a signed football from Jeremy Chugs and myself. I know the last time that we did an auction here, Tano Raider, he ended up doing it, and I want to say it went for like $450. I think is what ended up happening, and honestly, I swear to all of y'all right now, I did not know something. Hang on. Oh, we're about to get a little bit wild here. And this is also a very special thing that just happened. I'm just going to tell you all this right now. We got a brand new member on Mount Raidermore. This is a pretty big thing that ended up going down. So for those of you that don't know, I was live on Tuesday with Graphic and Wasted, and I've kind of thrown this out there a bunch, and people who are a part of Mount Raidermore are people who not only support me on this show, but people who are also a big part of locals, people who really try to get interactive down in the comment section, people who really do everything that to not only make sure that Chugs and I have a good time, but to make sure that all of you have one hell of a time. So, this is, without further ado, everybody welcome in brand new Mount Raidermore, Patrick B. And that means this. Here we go. And for those that don't know, I did get a brand new mallet because the last time we ended up breaking it. So shout out to Patrick B. $500 Venmo. Get that man a Raiders jersey and a brand new member on Mount Raidermore.
Yeah!
Spam Patrick B down in the chat. Patrick B down in the chat. Let's go. Spam Patrick B. John Scheffler, Martin, Miguel Zalesbo. We got Grim Creeper. What up, Rebel Montana? Anthony, Vincenzo, David Zahn. I know Mount Raidermore for a long time has been asking me to put Patrick B in. Well, guess what?
He's in.
You in. And now I know what Patrick B's last name is.
Oh, no.
I know, I have it now.
It's Biden.
It's not. Holy shit, that's funny. I'll tell you this. It's close. That's a good joke, but no, that would be funny. Kyle Johnson, Juan Hernandez. Right now, the MVP of today's show is brand new Mount Raidermore member Patrick B. So if you want that signed Raiders football, you're going to have to take down Mr. B. Let's go to David Zahn. His score prediction, 34-28. Raiders get the win. You're nervous about that score. You just took a sip of water.
Hey, I don't know. Like I said,
what I don't know is Jeremy texted David before the show and said, hey, this is what I'm going to do.
If you agree with David, every super chat that has 34-28, if that's the final score, that's how many beer bongs we're doing.
All right.
You can guess the same score if you want to.
All right.
But hey, like I said, every super chat that has a score prediction, if it's right, beer bong. Yeah. Over $50, I'm doing a boot.
Hell yeah, I'm down. Patrick B, cheers to you, my brother. We got 310 people tuned in right now to the show.
But
what are we going to ask right now? The real ones know.
We only have 92 likes.
Come on, man. Patrick B, do I get a jersey? Yes, you do. All you got to do now is send me what number, what you want on the back of it. I'm going to guess Patrick B. And then, yeah, if you want it to be a white jersey or a black jersey. That's all I need. It's all the info. I will tell you all, though, when I do these Madden watch parties and when I do the watch parties during the regular season, when the Raiders are the away team, I will wear a white jersey. When the Raiders are a home team, I'll wear a black jersey. So if you want a better chance to make sure that your jersey is featured on the show, I will say white is the way to go right now because I would say 75% of the jerseys we have are black. I'm just saying. All right, continue to get those score predictions in. We got another one rolling in here from Rebel Montana. GZ Chugs on the debut host.
I appreciate that. For some of you who don't know, I helped take over one of our smaller channels, Texas.
Oh, yeah.
It's a baby channel, but I wanted to get more on the hosting side. Obviously, I can't host Raiders because we already have an amazing Raiders host.
Oh, I appreciate that.
He's pretty good.
His name's Jeremy Chugs.
Yeah. But I wanted to, dip my hand in the hosting, so I got a little baby channel.
What does that look like?
It's a little baby channel.
But what does the dipping of the hand look like? Yikes. Sorry, Danny.
Just wanted to dip it in there.
Yeah, that's an interesting thing to think about.
Danny knows.
All right, let's go to John Scheffler. He's going to go with 32-22 Raiders predictions. So for those of you that are just tuning in now, we are going to be doing a Raiders Broncos Week 1 Madden Simulation Watch Party. And if you predict the score correct, if it's over $50, Chugs is going to do a beer boot. If it's under $50 prediction and you get it right, we're going to do a beer bong here on the show. So continue to get those score predictions in, Chugs. Let's show everybody what our super chat menu is. And then I think it's about time to get into the latest around Marcus Peters, because I know some people are going to be asking. So for every 100 likes we get, we're going to spin the wheel, which I'm not good at math. We did cross that. So if you want us to spin the wheel one more time, hit that like button. $5 super chat. We're going to beat the donkey during the game, so just keep that in mind. $20 super chat. We're going to get some Bean Boozled. If you don't know what Bean Boozled are, I don't know what that is.
It went over to Chug Shot.
All right, that's a Chug Shot for you. Knock one back with us. And we don't drink alone, so if you're drinking with us, hopefully you're over the age of 21. Pour it up. If you're under the age of 21, get some milk, a birch beer.
Or,
it's all good.
Unless you're overseas.
Then, well, that's true. Germany, I know, is 16. Martin, I'm pretty sure it starts at like the age of 12 over there. And then whoever's the MVP is going to get a signed Raiders football, which right now our MVP belongs to Patrick B. So you got to
give out cartons of Guinness at lunch over there.
I want chocolate milk, white milk, and then there's Guinness cartons.
Hey, but real ones know. How do you get the spout out?
The spout?
Milk carton spout.
I would always pinch, pull.
There you
go. Is there another way?
First you open.
If you open it, it's a full square. You're a serial killer.
No. You have to open the end, then you pinch, then you pull.
Okay. Yeah, I think that's...
Because first you have to open it.
See, I feel like it's one of those things, unless I have a carton of milk in front of me, I don't know if I'd be able to do it. It's kind of like typing my password. I can't type...
They were definitely getting us ready for like later in life, because you get some of that action.
Wow, I hope that's what you sound like when you do that.
Get the milk.
Yeah. Oh, man. I will admit, though, right now, if you want to be our signed MVP for the football, you got to beat Patrick B., which Patrick B. has already sent in a $500 Venmo. So if you want to beat him, that's what you got to get to. Coming up here, live on the Raiders Report, we're going to get into the latest around Marcus Peters. A NFL insider had some news updates on a potential landing spot for him. Then we're going to look at our top 10 free agents that the Silver and Black could potentially sign before training camp. As always, if you want to get your questions, comments on the show, it's hashtag Raiders or Super Chat. And then I am super stoked for Raiders up against the Denver Broncos, Week 1 Madden Simulation. We did 8-minute quarters. The game itself is 60 minutes, and we'll make the entire production part of it around 90 minutes long.
We have the updated rosters. I went ahead and downloaded the updated one. So Jimmy G, obviously starting quarterback. We got Jacoby Myers in the wide receiver room.
I think the only part that's going to be really interesting is if, like, I don't know, something bad happens with Renfro or Jacobs, and we're already 6 games into the season. It's like, well, shit, trade deadline. It's coming up anyway, right? Got another super chat. Let's go to Mario. Beat the donkeys, giggity. And can I get a Raiders? We need another mallet. I'm worried if I might break another one. Beat the donkey. Beat it. And if you send in a 100, we bang, and I add you to the Boot Hall of Fame. Chugs!
Donkey!
You ready to get this show rolling? I don't know about you. I feel pretty good. I'm ready. We also got some newbies in the studio. If you want to see some guys that I think are 21, take down a few beers, we might be able to get that happening as well. We got 340 people watching, 156 likes right now. David Zahn, what's the over-under? Jimmy makes it through the game. It better be 100%, David, because if there's one thing I told Jeremy, I said if Jimmy Garoppolo gets hurt in this game, I'm going to be upset. Are you shitting me? Don't do that. It's going to be something. Oh, man, over under. He better make it all 4 quarters. It's week 1 after all. It's week 1. Yep. Sounds good to me. All right, y'all. We got 339 people watching already and eager to get this show going. Presented by Manscaped. Also, yep. Sounds good. All right, you guys ready to get this thing rolling? I know I am. I want to get into this Madden simulation. So first, Marcus Peters, top 10 free agents to target before training camp, and then our Madden Week 1 simulation coming up right now here on the Raiders Report. If you want the Las Vegas Raiders to go out and sign cornerback Marcus Peters, you see what he's doing right here? I want you to do the exact same thing. Hit the like button down below right now because there's a chance Peters might check out this video. Raider Nation, what's going on? You're watching the Raiders Report, and today's show is presented by Manscaped. It is smooth sack summer here at Chat Sports, and if you're looking down and you can't quite see your Ken Stabler because your George W. is a little bit too out of hand, go to manscaped.com, use promo code Raiders for 20% off and free shipping on the best male grooming products out there. So coming up here on today's show, we're going to be looking at free agent cornerback Marcus Peters because there is a news update from NFL Insider that covers the Baltimore Ravens. And the reason why that's intriguing is because for some of y'all who have watched the show for a long time, you'll know that I have said, per source, the top two teams for him were the team that he played on the last few years, the Baltimore Ravens, and the Las Vegas Raiders. So this news update, this news dump that we are getting, I don't know about you, I'm glad you can't see underneath the table because I am rock hard right now. So if you haven't already, smash that subscribe button, turn on those notifications because anytime there's news, rumors, anything around the silver and black, the NFL, I got you covered here, and if Marcus Peters does sign, oh, you better believe it, we're going live. So for those that do not know, for those that are watching us live right now, we are going to be doing a Madden simulation on today's live show, and if you want to tune into the rest of our live Madden simulations, here is our schedule. We're going to be going live every Tuesday, Thursday, Friday in the month of July, and then once you get closer to the month of August, the closer we get to the actual preseason schedule, well, I don't know if the Raiders are going to make the playoffs yet, so I'm hoping that they can make it, but at the end of the day, we'll have to see how Jimmy G, how Josh McDaniels end up working out in year one, and as we know, whatever happens on Madden obviously is what's going to happen in real life. Now, let's actually talk about some real life stuff here. In terms of Marcus Peters potentially going to the Las Vegas Raiders, there is a report out right now from the top beat reporter amongst Baltimore that says that the Ravens are not likely to pursue Peters. And Peters has played with the Ravens since 2019, so there's obviously some chemistry. There's obviously some players there. But if you remember, the Ravens, they signed Rocky Sin to a one-year, $6 million deal. That potentially means that, yeah, they might not try to bring in Peters. But if the Ravens are not likely to pursue, I'm telling y'all right now, that means that the Raiders are the front runners. And this list that you're about to see, because anytime we talk about an NFL free agent, my job here at Chat Sports is to look at it from an NFL side, look at it from a Raiders standpoint. If I was a betting man, which I am, here are the top four teams that I would say Peters is the most likely to join. Number one, the Silver and Black. Number two, I'm still going to say it's the Baltimore Ravens. Number three, I'm going to go with the Minnesota Vikings. And then at number four, it's going to be the Detroit Lions. Now, according to this Ravens insider, you could try to pronounce his last name. I'm just going to call him Jeff, and him on them signing Marcus Peters. My colleague Vic Tafer reported that he expects the Raiders to sign Peters. If you're Peters, you might as well wait to see if a better offer or opportunities materialize. It's not like he's missing out on anything by not signing in early July. While I'm still not ready to completely roll out the Ravens, they haven't acted this offseason like a team that prioritized bringing Peters back. So as soon as I read that, I'm like, all right, I can wrap my mind around him leading with his buddy Vic Tafer because Tafer has said that the Raiders seemed likely to sign Peters before training camp. That was a report from the Athletics, Tafer, I'm going to say about 2-3 weeks ago at this point. But if you remember, okay, Peters visited the Raiders all the way back on May 15th. And for the Raiders, their training camp, vets report July 25th. Rookies report the 20th. So if you're Peters and you're his camp and you want to be there by the start of training camp, essentially, you just have to be there by July 25th. So you got Peters and the Raiders. They have remained in contact. That is something that we have discussed multiple times, not only on this show, but you can find it just about anywhere on YouTube. And as it stands right now, there is a deal on the table. It is a deal that Peters, I would say, is okay with, and he's not super eager to sign, or else he would have already signed. It's a wait-and-see game for Peters and for the Raiders. If this is the first time you've joined the Raiders Report, we are an interactive YouTube channel. I don't know about you, but if I see somebody at the bar sitting by themselves talking to them, or if I see some dude walking down the street talking to himself, I kind of look at him a little weird. I don't want you guys to do that to me. So type that Y for yes. Give me an N for no. Will the Raiders sign Marcus Peters? And I'm going to give you my answer. But first, I got to show some love to Manscaped. Not only are they making my balls look great, they can also help you guys out as well. They are dominating the game from the belly button down. But guess what? They can also make the upstairs look great as well. 20% off and free shipping on the best male grooming products out there. Huge shout out to Manscaped. And I hope you guys can remember code Raiders at manscaped.com. Luckily for you, while Manscaped products are so easy to use, Jeremy can actually put the link down in the comments and in the description and shave his balls at the exact same time. Dude is super talented, and with our awesome promo code, you can actually get your hands on it for $87.99. That's very true. Jeremy is spotless. He has already taken advantage of Smooth Sack Summer. And I tell people all the time, if you sweat underneath your arms, why? It's probably because you don't use deodorant. Guess what? If your armpits smell, I don't even want to know what your balls smell like. So get your hands on some ball deodorant, some ball toner from Manscaped. It is literally hot as balls down here in Texas. And I can already tell you, if you got some Famunda cheese down there, I guarantee you I'm going to be able to smell it. And studies show that women care more about the way that you smell. It's hard enough to get them to go down there. I don't want them, once they get down there, to be like, nah, I'm good. Hard pass. Remember, it's promo code Raiders at manscaped.com. So again, we're talking about Marcus Peters potentially joining the Raiders. And my question was, why for yes and for no? Will the Raiders go out and sign Peters? I feel weird talking that much about balls, and now I'm going to transition into some just win babies because, well, that's what we do here on the Raiders Report. But in terms of Peters joining the silver and black, I got to give this one 3 just win babies, and I am going to say that it is pretty likely that the Raiders sign the veteran corner. And it's because both sides want to get a deal done. My guy, Graphic Raider, which is funny, he was in the live show chat saying he believes that it's going to be done in 3 to 4 weeks. The notes on my screen, the last time I talked to him, he told me that it's going to be sometime in August. And you got Tafer who's reporting it's going to be before training camp. I personally will side with Graf over Tafer for the simple sake of, unfortunately, the Raiders don't have any good beat reporters, and I'm going to trust the guys on YouTube and my friends who I know are a lot more connected to the situation. But if you see 3 just win babies, that means it's a 75% chance that the Raiders end up bringing him in. I'm not going to give it 4 because there's always a chance something crazy happens. If you think that crazy shit doesn't happen in the NFL, then you must be new to watching in the NFL. The only way that Peters doesn't sign with the Raiders, 2 scenarios. If another team drastically overpays him, does he want to be a Raider? Yes, he does. But he's also 30 years old. He is also nearing the end of his NFL career. And if a team's going to pay you more money, I don't necessarily blame him. The second would be that he retires. He realizes, I can't quite play like I want to be able to play. Had that ACL injury back in 2021, and it's time for me to hang him up. Now, I will admit, I do not want the Raiders to offer him anything over $4 million. As I stated earlier in the show, if you're going to give Marcus Peters $6 million, I can't sit up here and say to Josh McDaniels and Dave Ziegler, how can you let Rocky Sin go for $6 million and then you're going to give Peters $6 million? Like, that doesn't make any sense. You should have just brought back Rocky Sin. So right now, as it stands, Las Vegas has $2.7 million in salary cap space as I am making this video on July 6th. So some things can change here and there. The Raiders can move on from a few players. You might be able to cut a guy, trade a guy, free up some cap space. But the NFL has also proven me this. Salary cap is made up. If they want Peters, they can make it happen. So be honest with me. I already just said that I believe that it ends up happening. The next area of that question is, should it happen? Should the Raiders sign Peters? And if you think that they should, I want you to type B for believe it, baby. If you're like, dude, makes no sense. Guy's old. I see David Zahn in the chat saying, no, he's old. I want you to type T for tuck rule, tuck that. I will continue to say this. Before the NFL draft happened, I said, no, doesn't make sense to go out and get Peters, a very talented class of cornerbacks entering the 2023 NFL draft. The Raiders neglected round 1. They neglected round 2. They neglected round 3. I do like Ja'Cory Bennett, but he is a day 3 corner, and he's still got some tools to learn, and I do think that he's going to be a better fit in Patrick Graham's system in the slot. So, yes, I want the Raiders to go out and sign Peters now because you're still sitting at this point of the offseason, and Nate Hobbs is a hell of a player. Duke Shelley's got some upside. David Long Jr. is a question mark. Brandon Faison, question mark. There's just too many question marks on this Raiders defense, and I say that, and I'm also going to say that Marcus Peters is a question mark. But I am big on fit, and I'm big on change. And if you're the Raiders and you just continue to do the same thing over and over and over again, that is the definition of insanity. If there is one thing that I will bet on when it comes to Peters is he's going to be able to force turnovers. And Las Vegas last season, dead last in turnovers, whether you look at forced fumbles, whether you look at interceptions. Is Peters the all-pro corner that he once was? No. And that's just the way that it is. But you know what also Peters is going to bring? Swagger. And that Raiders defense, man, they need about as much swagger as you can get because they've been the laughing stock on defense for a very, very long time. On top of that, when you have such a young team, you need to be able to go out and find some veterans that fit your system. And one of the stats that I love when you look at Peters is his man coverage numbers from last season. Because Patrick Graham's going to run press man. Marcus Peters is going to get in your face. He's going to get dirty with you. And he's going to make sure that you know that you went up against him that day. Targeting last season, 28 times. Gave up 12 catches, 183 yards, 3 PBUs, and a quarterback rating of 81.2 against him. That's still being able to play at a high level. When he played in zone last season, he really struggled. That was Baltimore not using him in the right way. For the Raiders, they are going to run man, and that's what helps out Marcus on the outside. So as it stands right now, this is what the Raiders' cornerback depth chart looks like, and the best part about this Raiders defense is they do have a lot of versatility. They do have a lot of depth, and they're going to be able to move some players around. But I like me some Tyler Hall. He is an underrated player, and whether it's Hall, whether it's Jacory and Bennett, I like this a lot more, though. I like Peters on the outside. I like Nate Hobbs being there in the slot. Duke Shelley on the other side. And then you have more depth with Brandon Faison, Jacory and Bennett, Hall, over the final 8 games of last season. The Raiders defense actually played pretty damn well. From weeks 11 to week 16, the Raiders were only behind the San Francisco 49ers in points allowed at 18.3 points per game. They got roasted their final 2 games of the season because they had no depth whatsoever. I'm just saying, this team has a decent amount of depth. Hopefully the front can get after some quarterbacks because that's going to help out these guys on the back end. So my overall take here on Peters is, yes, I want them to bring him in. I want them to bring in a veteran. I was very confident when the Raiders signed Casey Hayward. Why? Because he was a good veteran and he knew the Gus Bradley system. Why did I like Duron Harmon? Because he knows how Josh McDaniels, Dave Ziegler work, and he was a good veteran. I believe Marcus Peters on this Raiders defense might not be to the caliber of a Casey Hayward, may not be to the caliber of a Duron Harmon, but if we're going to sit up here and we're going to preach bringing in young players, sometimes coaches can't have the same language or they can't relay certain messages to some of these younger players. Where that's where a guy like Marcus Peters can step up and help you be a player coach like Casey Hayward, like Duron Harmon. So my 4 final reasons here why I want the Raiders to sign him. You need to force more turnovers. He's going to help you do that. He's not going to cost a lot of money. At this point in the offseason, if a dude's asking for a lot, he's probably not going to play. He's a good fit in the Patrick Graham system, and this is always a reason that I will throw out there. He wants to be a Raider. It's hard to find players right now that want to be Raiders. And when you grow up a Raider fan, you wear the jersey in a certain type of way. I want players when they put on the pads, when they put on that helmet, to wear it with pride. Because all NFL players are very lucky to do what they do and to make millions of dollars. And I think Marcus is going to do that, and he's going to bring his effort every single game. All right, y'all, what's up? Who's the better quarterback, Garoppolo or Russell Wilson? Let me know down in the chat. We got some super chats to roll through. Chugs, I'm going to put you on the spot. Better QB. Who you got? Garoppolo, Russell Wilson?
I mean,
you can be honest.
It's hard because it's like when Jimmy G plays, he's solid. Okay. You know, like Jimmy G is like, you know, the go-to at a restaurant. He's like a chicken tender or like a burger, you know? You know what you're going to get. Okay. But with Russell Wilson, it's like he's like the specialty. He's like the chef special where it's like, you know, he's the soup of the day. Yes, he's the soup of the day. It could be very good. It could be like, oh, you know, this is a really good soup. And then other days it tastes like shit soup. See, I don't know. I'm typing JG. I'm typing my JG. I was thinking like Russell Wilson to me is like Blockbuster. At one time, he was the best.
and now he's just a wasteland.
Our Eagles host, Chase Sr., he thanks the Lord every single day the Eagles did not trade for Russell Wilson.
I don't blame him. And when he says he thanks the Lord, he thanks Russell Wilson.
Yes. Yes.
So give me some RWs. Give me some JGs. Sickness, says Garoppolo. Mutation's going to go Garoppolo. We got 400 people tuned in. And guess what? We are 8 likes away from spinning the wheel one more time. While y'all are getting those votes in, got another super chat rolling in here from Mount Radomore legend David Zahn. What's the over-under? Jimmy makes it through the game. I'm going to put it at 3.5 quarters. He's either going to play all of them or it's the under there. O for over, U for under. What up, Prime Dirtball? A.K.A. Artino. He's going to go with 38-31. Raiders get the win. For those of you that do not know what we're doing here, we are doing a Madden simulation. And if you send in a super chat with the correct score, if it's under $50, we will do a beer bong. If it's over $50 super chat and you guess the correct score,
50 or over.
50 or over. It's a boot. Wild One, what's up, my brother? Congrats to Patrick B on making the mountain. My brother, and joining us, you deserve it. I know for a long time people have been asking for Patrick to get on there. I think now the next people up are Rebel Montana. Scheffler's been really trying to get in on that action. Mount Radomore continues to grow, and for that reason, I had a feeling Patrick was going to be a part of the mountain today because he messaged me and he goes, making a Venmo. So because of that, I had to wear the first ever Mount Radomore member, Raider Ron. And then speaking of the man who is, I guess, if Raider Ron is the first ever, we'll call him Batman. Zahn will probably get mad at me for calling him Robin, but I mean, he was. It was David Zahn, Raider Ron for a long time. If Peters is a role player, I'm down. But if he starts, we will know which side gets burnt ahead of time. I mean, if Peters ends up signing, to me, though, who's better than him, right? Like, I don't think Brandon Faison's better than Marcus Peters. I don't think that
Duke Shelley?
Duke Shelley's better. I'll take Duke Shelley over Marcus Peters. I'm a big fan of Shelley, especially when you use him the right way. What it simply could come down to is the slot corners. If the Raiders are really confident in Tyler Hall and they're really confident in Ja'Cory and Bennett to be able to step up and play in the slot, then yeah, you might be able to kick Nate Hobbs out to the outside. I don't know if that's necessarily going to happen. What up, T4? If Jimmy Garoppolo stays healthy, we can win 10 to 11 games. You're right. And I do think people are really low on the Raiders this season because of what happened last year. But when you really think about the entire season, last year the Raiders, in 10 games, had a lead. 10 games last year, they had a lead. 5 of those games, they had a 10-point lead. And they lost, right? So if you win 3 out of the games that you blew a 10-point lead, you go 9-8. And this team, to me, I do think got better right now from an overall team because you look at Garoppolo, and if Garoppolo can play a little bit better than what Carr did last season, which I don't think is necessarily that difficult, the Raiders can win a lot more football games. No doubt about it. So what I want you guys to do right now is predict the score. Raiders-Broncos got a Madden watch party coming up here.
We already have some score predictions in there, but like I said, you can send in a 2, a 5, any super chat. If you get the score correct, if you predict it correctly, it's a beer bong.
Whew. Yeah.
Over $50, 50 or over, you do it correctly, that's a beer boot.
Oh, boy.
But you have to get it in before the game.
You always got to get it in. If you can get it in time, then you're good to go. So continue to get those score predictions in. We'll give some shout-outs here also. Jeremy, I noticed we're at 211 likes, which means if you could, good sir, please spin that wheel for me. It would be greatly appreciated. So some of the things we have on the wheel are beer chug, some shots on there. I know one of them, Jeremy's got to sing. I got to do the gritty. I got to take a shot.
Yep.
So I'm doing Fireball. Game days, it's Fireball here at the Raiders Report.
While Mitch takes a shot, just shout out. I mean, I made a new graphic, but it doesn't look like I did, I swear.
Yeah.
Because it's Thomas Cleary, Martin, Sean M., Free Fly Jedi, and Lloyd Igno Cattle.
Nice. So if you've hit the retweet button on a video that I have posted on Twitter at MitchellRenz365, we'll do our best here to show you guys some love. You don't have to do it. We appreciate it. And every retweet, every like, whether it's on Instagram, Twitter, it does go a long way. and it continues to help us grow the Raiders Report here. All right, next show that's going to be coming up here is we're going to be looking at some top free agents that I believe that the Raiders could potentially bring in before training camp, because the closer and closer you get to training camp, and not necessarily, the rookies, it's more that July 25th date, I do think that some veterans are going to be sitting out there being like, all right, well, I might not want to participate in training camp, but I could end up trying to join this team here, and we'll look forward to see ultimately what happens. So, Jeremy, we're going to do this free agent cut, and then for those of you that are watching this live, it's going to be time to get into our live Madden simulation here on the Raiders Report.
I'm pumped.
Yeah, I'm stoked, man. I can't wait to see how this turns out. You know exactly how the graphics look, and I've seen them a little bit. It's going to be clean. It's going to be pretty legendary here. So, you ready to get this thing rolling? Chugs is giving me the thumbs up, at least. I hope that's his thumb. Coming up right now, here are top free agents that the Raiders should sign. Raider Nation, what's going on? You're watching the Raiders Report. Coming up here on today's show, the top 10 free agents that the Silver and Black could potentially sign before training camp. And before we get into our top 10 list, huge shout out to today's sponsor, Panda Supps. And if you haven't already, go to pandasupps.com. Use code Raiders for 25% off. I recommend right now, with how hot it's been, it's really, really important to stay hydrated. Get your hands on some BCAAs. Don't worry, the link's going to be available for you guys down in the comments and in the description of today's show. So what I wanted to do here is go from 10 and work my way down to 1. And I'm also going to sprinkle in some honorable mentions, because some of the names are big-name free agents, and if the Raiders signed them, I obviously would not be upset. But I try to do this based on overall need and also how well they would fit with the Raiders, either offensively or defensively. Before I give you my top 10 list, if you could right now, you're sitting in the room, Josh McDaniels, you're sitting in the room with Dave Ziegler. They look at you, and they go, you get one player to sign right now. Who would it be? Be realistic with me. The one player you would want the Raiders to sign before the season. I'll also say that these rankings are based on contracts, where I don't think that the Raiders are going to break the bank and go out and get a big-name guy. They're going to go out and get guys that they have relationships with, that they have connections with, and that they're not going to have to go out and break the bank. So please, down in the comments, one player you would want the Raiders to sign before the season. Let's go to number 10 here on my list. It's Trey Flowers at the edge position. The only reason why Flowers is on this list is because he has past connections with McDaniels, and he has connections with Dave Ziegler. Yes, I know there's some Raider fans out there that are worried about Tyree Wilson. I'm confident that he's going to have a hell of a season. He's going to have a hell of a career. I know Chandler Jones struggled a little bit last season. To me, Flowers could be that Jordan Willis type of player, where if Willis, who has not participated at all this entire offseason, whether that be OTAs or whether that be mandatory minicamp, he wasn't there. And if they wanted another player of that caliber, then okay, this is exactly where you're going to enter Trey Flowers, who some of his best seasons came when he was with the New England Patriots. Then he went over to the Matt Patricia Lions team. He ended up battling some injuries, and I do think he would not cost a lot of money. I know this. If I was Trey Flowers, I'd want to go to the Las Vegas Raiders. Let's go to number 9 here, which is going to make some people freak out a little bit. It's Dalvin Cook. And this is push the panic button. That's all this one is here. And if Josh Jacobs says, I want a massive contract extension, I will not play on the franchise tag, I will not play on this team unless you give me a massive contract, and says like legitimately going to hold out, the only running back that I could forecast this team going out and signing in free agency is Dalvin Cook. Why? Right now, Raiders running back coach Kennedy Polamalu, previously with the Minnesota Vikings. It was one of the biggest reasons why this team decided to go out and get Amir Abdullah last offseason. They re-signed Abdullah. Do I want Dalvin Cook on this team? No, he was a very inefficient running back last season, realistically by almost every single metric you would look at. When you look at how this team likes to run the football, Jacobs is who we want, and that's not really going to change my opinion. However, if the Raiders were to sign a running back, because the Jacobs situation does get a little bit tricky, and they're not 100% sold on a Zamir White, maybe a Brandon Bolden, Sincere McCormick, then I think that Dalvin Cook is a name to keep in mind. Let's go to number 8 here. I'm going to go Chris Wormley, an offensive tackle. Played last season with the Pittsburgh Steelers, and it's just a big body on the interior. And I would say he's probably a better run stopper than being able to get after the quarterback. 6'5", 300-pound, big dude up the middle. And for the Raiders, I like Rob Leonard. He's a good defensive line coach. They don't necessarily have a lot of star power, but for this team as it stands right now, Neil Farrell Jr. is a question mark. Byron Young is a rookie. I do expect Bilal Nichols to be a solid player. Jerry Tillery, I might make a story about this because I was told he's not a lock to make this team. Nestor Jade Silvera is a great run stopper. Can't do anything else besides that. Then you got John Jenkins, Adam Butler, and then Matthew Butler. Depending on how many DTs end up making this roster could really intrigue me here with Wormley, but overall, I still want the Raiders to add some extra depth to the defense, and if I believe that there is a player out there that could potentially help them on the offensive or defensive side of the football, chances are you're going to see him here on this video. If the Raiders go out and sign any player on this list, if the Raiders go out and sign a player in the middle of July, I'll take all the content I can get right now. I'll be going live here on this show. I don't want you to miss Jeremy Chuggs and I having a good time. And for the next 365 days, I got a special offer. It's going to be 100% free. So make sure you don't miss that deal. Hit that subscribe button. Ooh, it is a leap year. 366. I should know that. It's my anniversary. Number 7, it's Duron Harmon at safety. I would love for the Raiders to bring back Harmon. I like Marcus Epps. I want Trevon Merrick to work. I like Chris Smith. The safety position here for the Raiders is a lot deeper than what they get credit for. But you know what? He was a hell of a player last season. You could make the legitimate argument, and this may be not saying a lot, minus Max Crosby, Duron Harmon was the best player on the Raiders defense last season. Is anybody going to argue that? Sure, there's probably a few people out there, and that's totally fine. But if you bring in Harmon, who you already know can play this defense, and then that, to me, gives Trevon Merrick more the ability to play closer to the box. Because what I think that they're going to do here is they're going to put Marcus Epps up closer, strong safety in the box. They're going to put Trevon Merrick, same thing. They're going to see how well he plays at free safety. I know they are very high on Chris Smith. And if they were to bring in Harmon, I actually think that ultimately puts Isaiah Paulomeo as a linebacker, who they have been trying to work him in at linebacker a little bit more. Sorry, Roger Teamer. Sorry, Jaquan Johnson. You don't end up making this roster. Let's go to number 6 here on my free agents list. Matt Ioannidis. And another defensive tackle who doesn't do anything spectacular, but for the Raiders, I will always say that the game is won in the trenches. And I have been doing this show for 4 or 5 years at this point, and I feel like every single year that I do this, I got to talk about defensive tackle. I got to talk about how much this team is just getting whooped. Not only just beat, whooped on the interior. They continue to be one of the worst defensive tackle teams in the league. I know they want to go with depth. I know what they want to go with rotation. They want to build some of these younger players. But at the end of the day, man, I got to rely on this team being able to get after the quarterback. It can't just be the Max Crosby show. You know, I want to see Chandler Jones step up. I want to see Tyree Wilson step up. And they need to have fresh interior defensive linemen to do that. That's going to help out your linebackers. That's going to help out a Robert Spillane, Divine Diablo. That's going to help out a Nate Hobbs. It's going to help out Duke Shelley. If you can't win in the trenches, your secondary, I'm sorry, it's going to continue to look very, very bad. And I can't stand that any longer. Now, today's show is one more time presented by Panda Supps. And I got my top 5 list coming up here in just a second. But I do want to tell y'all a little bit more about some of the BCAs, about some of the products that Panda Supps continues to put out there and roll out. When I work out, products I always use the protein. You can always get your hands on that as well. But the one product, especially during the summer, especially if you like to have a few cold drinks, and with how hot it's been, you got to go try out the BCAs. So for those that don't know what BCA stands for, it stands for Branch Chain Amino Acids. And then the EAA stands for Essential Amino Acids. And hydration are all important factors to consider, especially during the summer when the body's hydration needs increase due to higher temperatures and increased physical activity. BCAAs play a vital role in muscle protein synthesis and can help support muscle recovery and growth. EAAs are crucial for protein synthesis, muscle repair, and overall health. They support energy production and immune function. So for me, when I'm feeling really sluggish in the morning, It helps me to take a little bit of this to get my workout jump started. In summary, BCAAs and EAAs can support muscle recovery, growth, and overall health, while proper hydration is crucial for maintaining bodily functions and preventing dehydration. Considering these factors during the summer can help optimize performance, support recovery, and promote overall well-being. And some of y'all are like, all right, Mitch, well, what can I mix it with? You just mix it with water. Like, I know Alex, super picky when it comes to certain drinks. It's not overly sweet. You can mix it with water. You can even mix it in with a few drinks. I'm not going to lie to you. It's pretty good. But anything that you can get Panda Supps, I promise you, you're going to enjoy. And the guy, he's a diehard Raider fan who owns the company. So go support one of your own. It's pandasupps.com. Code Raiders available to all y'all down in the comments and in the description of today's show. Let's go to number 5. Panda Supps continues to set the bar high. So let's go to Anthony Barr. At number 5 on my list of free agents that McDaniels and Ziegler could potentially sign before Raiders training camp. The Raiders, I still think they could use another linebacker. And depending on what type of defense they decide to run, they might roll out just 2 linebackers a lot for their starting defense, which is a Robert Spillane and it's Divine Diablo. I'm not that confident in Spillane. I'm sorry. I would rather have Anthony Barr out there as a starting linebacker than Spillane at this point. Luke Masterson had 55 tackles last season, but he was a UDFA. They went out, they got Amari Burney, who I've heard very good things about. He's a hell of an athlete, rookie out of Florida, but still it's a 6th-round pick. Besides that, a lot of unknowns. I do like me some Drake Thomas, the UDFA from North Carolina State. It's just, how many times have we just relied on UDFAs or very low-drafted players to help out this defense? On the linebacker position, it seems like just way too long. Let's go to number 4 here. It's Marcus Peters, and I've talked about Peters a ton. This month, last month, he is connected with the Raiders. He had a visit with this team on May 15th. If they use him in the correct way, he can be a hell of a player for this team. Can be a veteran with a very young cornerback group. If the Raiders are going to play a lot of press man coverage, which is what they are going to run, he could play on the outside. He can mix and match with Nate Hobbs, Duke Shelley. And if you add Peters, that's also going to help you out with some turnovers, whether it's interceptions, whether it's forced fumbles, and maybe most importantly, he's going to bring some swagger, which, my God, the Raiders need some freaking swagger. We got some more names coming up top 3, but guess what? I did this list based on talent, but I also did it based on overall team need. What's the Raiders' biggest team need as it stands right now? We went through free agency. We went through the NFL draft. We went through May. We went through June. We're now sitting here in July. What's the Raiders' biggest team need? I might just wrap this one up and just say, yeah, probably just list as defense entirely. But defensive tackle, linebacker, edge, some of y'all might even say quarterback. Let's go to number 3 here. It's John Johnson. I like John a lot, and I do think that he would be a good fit with this defense. It would mean probably not so good things for Trevon Merrick, and Johnson has been linked to the silver and black before. If you're looking for more of that free safety, center fielder, better overall coverage safety, this is the guy, right? He's a better coverage safety than Merrick, and I was really high on Merrick when he first came out of TCU, and I want him to get another opportunity because just like Divine Diablo, I want Merrick to have another year in the same defense. Switching defenses is the amount of times that some of these young guys are asked. It's just simply not fair. But if this team does want to run 3 safeties, which I've been told that that's something that this team could potentially do, they might not roll out 3 linebackers, and they might roll with 3 safeties. Well, hey, Epps, Merrick, and then John Johnson would be 3 very talented safeties there. Let's go to number 2 here. It's Rashaan Evans, and another player that's got a lot of Patrick Graham connections, and it's another linebacker that I have confidence in. He had 159 tackles last season, 2 sacks, and for somebody that you need a run stopper, you need to find your Denzel Perriman replacement. I get that McDaniels and Ziegler are confident in Spillane, but Rashaan Evans is a better player right now than Spillane is. And there's also those connections with Mike Vrabel. Anytime there's past connections, you know that this Raiders organization, they like to look at that. And then you can also help out Amari Burney, Drake Thomas, not push them into the fire right away, put them in special teams where they should be playing in year 1, which now puts me at number 1. And if you've watched the show before, you'll know I'm a big Kyle Van Noy fan. And the reason why I like Van Noy, it's versatility. I've said that they should call him Kyle Versatility Noy, and that's what it takes to be a premier player, and Patrick Graham / be a premier player with McDaniels and Ziegler. He can play edge. He can play linebacker. You can drop him back into coverage. He can do a lot of different things. He has worked on pass regimes with Rob Leonard. He has worked on pass regimes with Patrick Graham. He has worked previously with Brian Flores, who has his connections to McDaniels and Ziegler. This guy's got all the connections in the world, and last season, he played in the AFC West with the Chargers. So if you want a player who I really, truly believe would be the most ready day one player to step in right now and be able to compete for a starting spot on this Raiders defense, it's Kyle Van Noy, and that is the reason why he will continue to be number one on my free agents that the Raiders should sign list. Is he the most talented? No. In fact, some of the honorable mentions on this list are way more talented than a lot of the players that I listed. But I do think money has to be a factor, overall fit has to be a factor, and then if you're going to be McDaniels and Ziegler and you're going to preach and you're going to just continue to say that we're trying to build something special, I think Van Noy is that type of guy that's going to be that solid player coach that this organization desperately needs. So we still got some honorable mentions coming up here, but hey, we will be doing Madden simulations live every single Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday in the month of July. So if you don't already have those notifications turned on, if you're not already subscribed, I mean, it's July, man. We're looking for all the content we could potentially find. And if our Madden simulation ends up working out in the Raiders' favor and we end up making the playoffs, well, guess what? We'll also do a playoff simulation as well live here on the Raiders Report. Some other honorable mentions that I wanted to just give my 2 cents on. DeAndre Hopkins. DeAndre Hopkins is a top free agent out there. He's still one of the best. I won't say still one of the best receivers. He could still be a top 25, top 20 receiver. I would say he's right up there with Jacoby Myers, and he's better than Hunter Renfrow. If it helps out the offense, let's do it. But I don't think he's coming to the Raiders. Yannick Nagkoue. I know the Raiders trade him away, but hey, more edge rushers. I think he ends up going to Chicago. Jadeveon Clowney. He's going to want a boatload of money. If he just realizes, though, that he's not that type of dude and he's willing to take less money, sure, we could look at it. We need an extra run stopper. Ronald Darbey, if they miss on Marcus Peters, and then Dalton Risner, if, let's say, Nathan Moody, Alex Bars, or Greg Van Roten aren't exactly what this team is hoping for at right guard. You can look at somebody like Dalton Risner, put him at left guard, kick Dylan Parham over to right guard. So one more time, here are the top 10 free agents that I believe that the Raiders should look at before training camp. And hey, if you made it this far in the video, take a screenshot. Don't be afraid to post it on Twitter, post it on Instagram, and tag me, tag Jeremy Chugs, Mitchell Renz 365. You can tag Jeremy at Jeremy_Chugs, Jeremy Chugs. He's just about everywhere on social media. So please, we appreciate you. And seriously, hit that subscribe button, because I know if the Raiders sign any of these guys, we're going to be going live. All right, y'all, without further ado, it is time to get into our Madden simulation. Get those score predictions in. Final time.
Last chance.
We got a few super chats that we will get to, and I want this watch party to be as close to a real-life Raiders Report watch party as humanly possible. That's what I want, man. What up, Brandon Jasper? He's going to go Raiders 31-17. No? Okay.
I don't know why you're looking at me.
Because you know the score. Do you? I don't know. I don't know if he knows it or not. We got moved today. I want to join Rushmore, 28-21 Raiders, and Peters is good, signed to be the mentor of these young Bucks. Raiders! Killa, what's up, my brother? Scott Raiders win 28-17. Congrats to Patrick B. Hell yeah, congrats to Patrick B. Brand new member of Mount Raidermore. Let's go to David Zahn. Since he's part owner, I bet Tom Brady comes cheap. Max Crosby said that he wouldn't be surprised if Tom Brady played for the Raiders. So at this point, I don't think anybody should be surprised either.
Who knows? And it's nice seeing this.
What up, Patrick? Okay, Mitch. Can I do a white 87 with Patrick B on the back? 27-17 LV wins. I'm watching Young from Bama this season. I believe he will make a difference in the middle.
First time Patrick B with the Mount Raidermore.
I like it. I think this, since Patrick is a first-time Mount Raidermore member, if the correct score is 27-17, I'll do a boot. I don't know if that's the score or not, but I'll do a boot. It'll be interesting to see. Where are you going? What are you doing here? You're making me nervous. Are you sweating? It's hot in here. I know. We said it was the mile high. We thought it was going to be a little colder. Instead, yeah, it's hot in here. I'm not going to lie. All right, y'all. We got 400 people tuned in. We are 50 likes away from spinning the wheel one more time. For those that do not know, we're going to be getting now into a live watch party, okay? It's a Madden simulation, so we're going to be able to show you the game. We're going to be breaking down the game just like we normally would for Crazy Raiders game days. My team and I, we've been working very, very hard on this project, and I always say every Super Chat, every Venmo that we get does not go into our pockets. It goes back to all of y'all. So Chugs and I have been working on this project for a little while, and because you guys have just continued to kill it, you guys continue to show how dedicated of a fan base you are, not only to the Raiders, but how dedicated that you are to myself, Jeremy, and the entire Chat Sports team. It's why you're getting 3 lives a week. It's why we're going to go live Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday. And it's why we're going to be able to do what we are doing here today. So if y'all haven't already, seriously, give yourself a big pat on the back, because I'm telling you right now, you definitely deserve it. So tell me exactly how this is going to go. Is this going to be the start of the cut? Okay. So we're going to be going Madden simulation here. It's the first time I have ever done this, and I am very intrigued to see. I am a little bit nervous. I mean, I've done a lot of shows here. We've put out, I think it's close to 2,500 videos on the Raiders Report channel, and that's not even counting all the other videos I've done on all the other channels. The first time I've ever done this, so it's going to be a little bit different here. All right, we got Alex. Would they consider signing Eli Apple? And you forgot defensive tackle Jeremy Chugs for free agency. If I had an extra logo or an extra graphic for 6 extra honorable mentions, I think I could have done it. All right, hang on a second here. I'll also say this. My special deal, we got 2 new guys in the Chat Sports studios, okay? Those that do not know, Jeremy Chugs, before he ever worked here at Chat Sports, well, we called him by his real name. And then somebody sent in a $100 super chat, and they did a beer bong, and now we call him Chugs. So, are you 21? All right, I got a yeah. $100 super chat, beer bong. All right, I got 1 yes. Smitty, wherever. All right, and we got 2. So if you guys want to get the brand new guys to do their first beer bongs here on the Raiders Report, $100 super chat, I'm going to join them, and we're going to knock back a beer bong here. I kind of want to show the new guys how the nation ends up getting down. So, it's going to be Madden simulation time. 400 people tuned in here on the Raiders Report. Remember, whoever's the MVP of today's show gets a signed football from Jeremy Chugs and I, but I'm going to warn you, right now the MVP of today's show is Patrick B. Though Alex just sent the rent money, so she could technically be the MVP of today's show. But Patrick B is the MVP as it stands right now. If you want to pass him, you got to pass 520. It's a big number, but hey, he is now a member of Mount Raidermore. He's got a hell of a deal. Signed football, gets himself a Raiders Report jersey, and Mount Raidermore. All wrapped up into one. Jeremy, you ready to get this thing going? All right, y'all, we're going to treat this like an actual game day. So hopefully you put your drinking pants on. Hopefully you're ready to have an awesome time. I know I am. Coming up right now, a Raiders-Broncos Week 1 Madden simulation here on the Raiders Report. Raider Nation, what's going on? You're watching the Raiders Report. Coming up here on today's show, Jeremy Chugs and I ran a simulation for Raiders versus the Denver Broncos Week 1 at Mile High. This is Madden 2023, but shout out to Jeremy. We updated the roster, so you will see Jimmy Garoppolo. You will see Sean Payton. This is the Madden 2024 rosters, and we're going to run an entire simulation, 8-minute quarters. We'll find out who wins. So who you got? I want you to type LV for the Las Vegas Raiders, or if you believe it's the Denver Broncos, I want you to type DEN. Think about it. Think about how you would actually look at this game from that Week 1 NFL standpoint. Josh Jacobs, ready to run. Devontae Adams, Jacoby Myers. Hunter Renfro's in this game. We got Michael Mayer, Austin Hooper. Then you also got to look at what does Russell Wilson look like with Sean Payton. While you're getting those votes in, I do want you to take a mental note of our Madden Simulation live schedule for the month of July. We will be going live every single Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday doing a simulation like you were going to see today. And some of you might watch this video in September. Some of y'all might watch these videos in August. Hey, we're going to be doing a live Madden simulation for every Raiders game of the 2023 season because obviously whatever happens in a Madden simulation means that it's going to happen in real life. So take a second here, hit that subscribe button, turn on those notifications. That way you never miss any simulation, and anytime any Raiders news ends up breaking down, we will do our best here to keep you up to date on the Raiders Report. So just like every Madden game, some people got to figure out what levels you're going to play on, and for Jeremy, I say we just get right into it, my guy. So Jeremy's done an amazing job. We've already pre-recorded this game. I have no idea who's going to end up winning, but I do want you to get those votes in. Queen Sarah Otto, spamming LV. Jimmy G getting loose right now. Devontae getting hyped. We got Ron C going to go LV. Ernest Wiley LV. Boo that team. Get those F-Sams. FDENs in the chat. What up, Ron? What up, Madman Raider? Raider Shep all spamming those LVs down in the chat. So it's week 1. The Raiders are getting to come out here onto the field. Shout out to Jermaine Illuminor leading the team onto the field. And then you got the Denver Broncos after a very lackluster season. The Raiders have won 6 games in a row against this team from the Mile High. Last season, the Denver Broncos, Russell Wilson, 20 passing touchdowns. That's 2021. Oh, that's true. I forgot. It's the new stats. Garoppolo in his first season. Colton Miller is actually a lot bigger in real life. That I can 100% promise you. Devontae Adams ready to rock and roll for this upcoming game. My next question is this. Get your score predictions in. What do you think it's going to be? Raiders on the road with Josh McDaniels going up against Sean Payton and the Denver Broncos. And it looks like the Broncos have won the toss and they're going to kick it away, which means the Raiders are back there to receive the kick. Let's get some Raiders going in the chat. This is a big game, NFL Week 1. Come on, Raiders! 8-minute quarters.
Started it way too early.
Yeah, we started the wave too early. Come on, Raiders! Get the LVs going. Get the FDENs and the kick.
Jermaine's on the kickoff return.
Away. Come on, Amir Abdullah. Come on, Amir Abdullah. And the season is underway. And Abdullah from the 5-yard line. He's going to turn it out to the 20. Oh, and he gets taken down at the 23. First down and 10. And here comes Jimmy Garoppolo. What I want to know from all of y'all is what should they do here on this drive? Are you going to run first or are you going to pass? What would you do? Very first play with Jimmy Garoppolo. Would you run or would you pass? It looks like the starting offensive line for the Raiders. You got Colton Miller, Andre James, Jermaine Illuminor. Is that Moody? Moody at right guard and Parham out there as well with Andre James. How many touchdowns will Jimmy Garoppolo throw in 2023 before he gets set here to go out onto the field? How many touchdowns is Jimmy G going to throw? All right, it looks like the Raiders here. They're going to line up, power, I formation, no, single back, handoff up the middle to Jacobs, and he's going, and it's a solid gain of 6. I will admit, and he is number 28, but first play of the game, you see nice little run play to the right side of the right offensive line, right behind the right guard position. I like it. I like it. He did. He looked like he was like, hey, I'm playing on the franchise tag, or maybe he got an extension at this point. I don't know. Shotgun, Garoppolo looking all day to throw. Open cut. First down, Raiders. Get the ones in the chat. It's Austin Hooper. That's big time. So you got Michael Mayer, the rookie, who they drafted at 35 overall. Austin Hooper, who they signed in free agency. Back-to-back plays. Spam those ones right now. Come on, Raiders. First down and 10. A very impressive first drive here. Back-to-back solid plays. And now, ball here at the 43-yard line. Looks like they're going to go from a power I formation fullback in there. And it's another run with Jacobs. Up the middle. Josh. Oh, all the way down to the 39. He looks fresh. He looks fresh. You could tell. He was like, I needed some extra rest during mandatory minicamp. I needed some extra rest during OTAs. And Jacobs is looking really fresh like a spring chicken, and this Raiders offense is clicking. Also, tomorrow's live game is going to be at Buffalo against the Bills. Jacobs, Devontae, giving some fist bumps out there. Can we get some ones in the chat? I see Ron, Raider X, Power I. Two receivers to the left. Looks like Devontae spread out far. Jimmy Garoppolo under center. Ball at the 38. Drops back quick over the middle. Caught! Oh, he dropped it. He dropped it. Second down and 10. Who dropped the ball? Unbelievable. You gotta be able to bring that one in. Really frustrating play there. Garoppolo, he had a good clean pocket, was just unable to complete the throw. Second down and 10, single back formation. Garoppolo, handoff left side. Jacobs loose. And another gain of 8. No, they're going to give him 9 yards, but Colt Miller's hurt. Are you shitting me? Colt Miller's down? We got to start over this. We got to start the season over. Miller's going into the locker room. Are you shitting me? Also, Colton looks like he's 6'2" in that. 3rd and 1. You got to go back to Jacobs, right? You got to go back to him. He's having himself one hell of a football game here. Looks like there's about 6 minutes left here in the first quarter. Again, we're doing 8-minute quarters. Garoppolo really trying to figure this out. I'll tell you this right now. I don't play a lot of Madden. Fullback dive. Fullback dive or Josh Jacobs run up the middle. Come on. Handoff, middle, Jacobs. He didn't get there. He's short. What would you do? Would you go for it type G, or are you going to kick the field goal type K? It's early in the season. I don't want field goals, but you did just lose your top offensive lineman. I'm going for it. Type those G's. Let's go. Are we going for it, or are you going to kick? Queen Sarah Otto. Minor. What are we doing here? Carlson's walking out onto the field. Oh, they're not going to do it. Why? 4th down and 1, shotgun. McDaniels, you're going to give me a heart attack. Garoppolo, first down, Raiders. What a move, Hunter Renfrow. 4th and Renfrow. I'll tell you what, if that's how they start the season, I'm going to shit a brick. I mean, it's a great route on Patrick Surtain. Oh, my God.
Get off me. He said, get off me.
Unbelievable. What a great route there by Renfrow. You want to talk about giving somebody a heart attack, though. You're going to run 4th and 1. You're going to go shotgun. Unbelievable. I don't know if I like the play call, but I'll take it. First down and goal for the Raiders. 5 minutes left here in the first quarter. Garoppolo under center. Looks like they're going to go with a bunch formation. Garoppolo looking right. Scrambles. Oh, no. All right, he's got to throw it away. Yikes. I was getting flashbacks of Derek Carr right there. I was getting flashbacks. Second down and goal. This would be the perfect simulation, though, if this team gets down to the red zone and they can't convert. This would be just a backbreaker. Ball at the 9-yard line. Garoppolo had a shotgun again. I mean, Devontae's got to get a target sooner or later. They're going to send him in motion. Garoppolo drops back, looking. Touchdown! Raiders! Show me those TDs! Show me those TDs! Davante Adams, 9-yard touchdown. Every single $10 super chat, I'm doing a shot. Let's go. Beautiful touchdown there by Davante. Queen Sarah Otto spamming touchdown. Robert says Garoppolo's looking good. Martin, Scott Rader, Minor, Horry. We got Anthony all spamming those TDs right now. If you haven't already, Hit that like button. We are 20 likes away from spinning the wheel. I don't know about you. I'm ready to get this thing going. Raiders are up 7-0 over the Donkeys. Show me those TDs. Wiley says this is a good time. I'll tell you what, I'm having a great time. We might do a game for every season in the NFL on our Chat Sports channel. I'll just do all of them. I'm down. Raiders up 7-0. Carlson is going to kick this one away, which, again, new kicking rules here. Carlson's not thrilled about, but it's Madden 2023 simulation. And here comes Russell Wilson with Sean Payton out there as the head coach. Raiders got the early lead, 7-0 over Denver. What I want to know is Russell Wilson cooked? Type Y for yes or type HY for hell yes. Is this man cooked? 480 people watching, 6 likes away from spinning the wheel. Wilson under center, one receiver to the left. Wilson throws short, cut. And it's going to be a gain of about 4 yards there. Bilal Nichols out there at the starting defense. Divine Diablo. I don't see... wow, he does have a green dot. That's actually pretty freaking amazing. Also, Jerry Tillery looks like he's out there. Crosby, I don't see Tyree Wilson early on, but now it's Wilson. Chandler Jones is starting. Now, 2nd down and 6, and it's a big hole. Oh, they gave him the first. I don't know. Can you do a challenge? Can you review? I don't know if he got the first down. Javonte Williams on a run. They're going to say he picked up about 6 yards there. I don't know, man. I thought that was close. Was it a first down? Y for yes, N for no. Either way, they are going to give it to him. F the refs. 1st down and 10 for Denver. Ball at the 35-yard line. Wilson. They do an end around. Chandler Jones is all over it. That's got to be a loss of what, 6? 3? Who's doing the math here? Forward progress, my ass. Look at that. Oh, that should have... 3-yard loss? No way. 2nd down and 13 coming up here for the Raiders defense. I'll tell you this, I'm bringing a blitz. I want to see some Max Crosby action. It's Russell Wilson under center. Bunch formation. Wilson drops back, looking. Got all day to throw. Deep. Incomplete, which makes it 3rd down. Get the 3s in the chat. Let's go. 500 people tune in. Jeremy, spin the wheel. It's 3rd down. Get the 3s going. You want a shout out here on the Raiders Report? Get the 3s in the chat. It's 3rd down and 13. Wilson, shotgun. Raiders, he throws it deep. Nobody's open. 4th down. Are they going to go for it? It's 4th down. Their offense is out on the field. There's no way they're going to go for it, right? There's no way. Shout out to Ron, Martin, Manuel, Robert Jansen. And they are going to punt this one away. Back to receive the punt here for the Raiders. I can't even see who that is. Who is it? He's too far away. Is it Amir Abdullah? Is that who that was? And now it's going to be Raiders football. 1st down and 10. 2 minutes, 50 seconds to go. If you like what we're doing here on the Raiders Report, remember, we're going to be doing these watch parties all season long. Madden and actual watch parties. And the actual watch parties, I'll be honest, they are unlike anything you've ever seen. We get close to 160,000 people that tune in. So seriously, hit that subscribe button. Here we go. Raiders scored a touchdown on the first drive. 9-yard catch by Devontae Adams, and it's Jimmy Garoppolo. Ball at the 26. Garoppolo, fake handoff to Jacobs. Got all day to throw. He's going to check it down to the tight end, and it's going to be Austin Hooper again with a catch, gain of 5. I don't know if Colt Miller is back out on the field, by the way. He left earlier in this game. Yeah, Spam 74. He left this game a little bit earlier, and so be it. Also, John Scheffler said, let's get the drinks flowing. Every $10, I'm doing a shot here on this drive. Scheffler wants 2. I dig it. 2nd and 5. Garoppolo. 1st down. Devontae Adams. He hit him. I'll tell you what. Devontae looks good. Patrick Surtain, you're too small. You're too small. Garoppolo finds his man wide open. Beautiful route there. I mean, It's almost like a video game. That's how easy that was. First down and 10. Ball at the 44-yard line. Garoppolo going to send a receiver in motion. Going to drop back. I mean, oh my Lord, that was almost picked. Who the hell was that to? What in the Derek Carr was that? Second down and 10 coming up here. The Raiders are really lucky that one wasn't picked. The only other problem with this is Josh McDaniels has totally gone away from the running plan. They were running the ball very effectively early on in this game, and now it's just a passing parade. Garoppolo, deep. Jakobi Meyers caught. First down, Raiders. All the way down to the 21. I mean, what a beautiful ball here by Garoppolo. Who said he can't throw deep? Meyers caught, beats his man, and Russell Wilson is in disbelief. First down, Raiders. Ball at the 21-yard line. Garoppolo drops back, middle of the field. Caught again! First and goal for the Raiders. And it's Jakobi Meyers again. I mean, they have a real opportunity here to put this team up 14-0. But anytime the Raiders go up by double digits, I do get a little bit nervous. 37 seconds here in the first quarter. Garoppolo, power I formation. Jacobs is the running back. Jacobs, handoff. Oh, he gets stuffed. Was that Jacobs? I think that was Jacobs. Gets stuffed. I don't know if he might have lost the yard. Second down and goal. I mean, the way that this team is throwing the football right now, I'm probably going to keep chucking the rock here a little bit. 14 seconds to go. 7 seconds to go now. Power I yet again here for the Raiders. They're going to go? Oh, Josh, I hate it. I hate it. All right. So at the end of the first quarter, Raiders are up 7-0, and now they have an opportunity to score yet again here. Garoppolo, power I. He's going to pitch it to Jacobs. Stiff arm, and my goodness, the right side of the offensive line. I'm going to have a word or two with Jermaine Illuminor, but this does seem like a very McDaniels drive. You go right down the field throwing the football, and then you know what? Right when it's time to probably continue to throw, nah. We're gonna keep on running the rock now. I mean, you can't do much. I mean, when you're just getting blown up there in the backfield, don't pitch it to the side of Meyers. I'm with you. All right, here we go. It's third down and goal. You got Hunter Renfrow, Austin Hooper, Devontae Adams out there on the field. Garoppolo, shotgun, 2 to the right, 1 to the left. Third and goal. If that's not Amir Abdullah, this game's not real. Garoppolo looks all day, middle of the field, caught! Touchdown! Raiders! Jakobi Meyers. What an incredible drive for the new receiver. Spam those 16s. Down in the chat, I mean, Meyers had to have 60 yards on that drive. That's a hell of a drive and when you have Josh Jacobs, when you have the amount of talent that this team does have, I'll tell you what, that's going to be a tough offense to stop. Now remember, if you haven't already, click that subscribe button for more free Raiders videos. We're going to be doing shit like this the entire month of July. We're going to be live every Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday this entire month. And anytime news or rumors end up happening, we got you covered here. And since the Raiders are going up against the Denver Broncos, if you want to get your hands on Broncos fans Eat Corn the Long Way shirts, luckily for you, all you got to do is go to chatsports.com/corn, where you can get your hands on a Broncos fans Eat Corn the Long Way shirts. Those links are going to be available for you guys down in the comments and in the description of today's video. So I'm just going to warn you, these are going to go quick because, I mean, we all know, Denver fans, they do eat corn the long way. McDaniels is looking good. I owe McDaniels an apology after the start of this simulation season. 14-0, Raiders up over the Broncos. This is where I get nervous, though. This is where I start to sweat a little bit and I get nervous. Daniel Carlson getting ready to kick this one away. Jeremy, we just hit 300 likes. If you could, spin that wheel for me. Return. What a beautiful play by the Raiders special teams. Being able to get a nice stop there. Yeah, I know. I got a green screen, so the green's going to look weird. It's a shot for me anyway. Here we go. Raiders defense got to stop early on. And can they get another? We're about to find out here. What up, guys? A, B, C, D, or F? What do you think of the Madden simulation so far? A, B, C, D, or F? Give me your grade down below. Russell Wilson under center. Raiders got 4 guys on the line of scrimmage. Wilson, all day to throw, throws it, caught. Oh, he got his feet in. I don't know. Is that Cortland Sutton or is that Judy? I think it was Judy. Judy caught, gain of 6. 2nd down and 4. 7 minutes and 11 seconds to go here in the second half action, week 1. Troutman. Yeah, I mean, if anything, it's kind of difficult to see from my standpoint up here. But, hey, Wilson drops back, looking. Caught again, and that was Cortland Sutton. And that's going to be a first down for the Denver Broncos. Come on, defense. Let's get a stop here. Can we get some Ds? Can we get some stops in the chat? See nothing but A's so far from Martin, Manuel Lawrence, John Scheffler, Randy Murray, El Loco Uno. What's up, all y'all? Appreciate you tuning in. Looks like the Broncos do have an injury right now. Number 93 down on the field. Wilson eager to get back out there. Raiders need a stop, though. I think the Raiders need a big-time stop here. Come on, get loud. If you all were at the Mile High Stadium right now, you'd be screaming your freaking head off. That's what I want. Let's get some stops. Wilson, shotgun, drops back, looking, pressured. He's got to scramble. Below Nichols, provides some pressure, thrown up, and he's got to get rid of it. He's got to throw it out. I mean, really good job there by the Raiders interior. Really good job by Nichols to get some of that extra interior pressure. Forces Wilson out of the pocket and forces a throwaway. It's 2nd down and 10. The way that the Broncos have ran their simulation so far with Peyton, they've run the football quite a bit here on 2nd down. See if they decide to go to it again. Wilson, shotgun. Nope. Looking. Pressured. Got to throw it short. Raiders, big-time stop. 3rd down. 3rd and 7. If the Raiders force another big-time stop here, I'm going to be like, I don't know, man.
Let's go!
Come on. Come on, Raiders. All right, they got 4. Looks like they got 3 linebackers on the field. They're going to drop them back. Raiders do get some pressure. Throws deep. Oh, my Lord. Are you shitting me? Tim Patrick touchdown. Unbelievable. Trevon Merrick gets his hand on the football, tips it up, and it falls right into the hands of Tim Patrick. That's unbelievable. Merrick has an easy opportunity to get a freaking interception there, and if I'm McDaniels, I'm pissed. If this is a real-life game, I'm telling you this right now, Chris Smith might be walking out onto the field. If this were to happen in real life, we're going to show you guys a quick replay here. So it's 3rd and 7, ball at the 35, and Merrick does everything right. He just doesn't catch it. Tips it right to him. Unbelievable. If that were to happen in real life, do you think it'd be Chris Smith time? That's a horrible throw. That needs to be a pick. That was very bad. That was hard to look at. I'm not going to lie. But, hey, that's some Raiders defense if I've ever seen it. So, touchdown Denver. Let's get some FDEN, some FSAMs in the chat. Broncos score. And after the extra point, the kick is up, and the kick is good. It's now 14-7. Raiders have a lead, but they did start the game off with the football. But anytime a score like that happens, I mean, that's just an absolute backbreaker. That makes me nervous because Raiders get a double-digit lead. One hop goes the Denver Broncos' way, and now we're sitting here wondering, all right, what the hell is going to happen? So Garoppolo, yeah, you better get warmed up. Sean Payton looks like he's just been eating Twinkies. I know. I know. Sean looks like he had a rough retirement. It's 14-7. Raiders are up. Yeah, congratulations. Brand new, just got married. 500 people tuned in, and the kick is away. Back to receive the kick. Raiders. Oh, I thought he was going to take it out. Smart choice here. All right, so the Raiders have had 2 very successful touchdown drives here, led by Jimmy Garoppolo, who he should give a huge thank you to his offensive line because the Raiders' offensive line has been playing out of its mind. My question, though, is what's going to happen here on this drive? Is it going to be a touchdown, field goal, turnover, or will a punt end up going down here? 5 minutes, 27 seconds in the first half of action of our Week 1 simulation. Raiders-Broncos. Broncos bring a blitz. Garoppolo, I don't know who that was to. I think he felt the pressure. Right now, the Raiders' starting offensive line is, you got Colton Miller at left tackle, Dylan Parham at left guard. Center is Andre James. Right guard is Netane Moody. Then right tackle is Jermaine Illuminor. 2nd down and 10 coming up here for the Raiders. You cannot afford to have a quick 3 and out here. Your offense has got to convert. Garoppolo looks, middle, field, caught! Renfro! A gain of 14! Spam those ones! I'll tell you what, the offense looks good right now. The offense is clicking. Renfro's like, you wanted to trade me, you SOB. What's really going to be alarming is if the Raiders do move on from Renfro. I'm going to be like, but wait, he had a really clutch 4th and 1 catch, and then he had that big-time catch there. Big-time pickup there for number 13. Get those 13s in the chat right now. That Broncos touchdown makes me want to throw up. And now it's 1st down and 10, and the Raiders are going to try to run it with Jacobs, and they're only going to get a yard. So early on in this game, the Raiders were running the football very effectively with Jacobs. I mean, they were getting a lot of push, and right now, I don't know, man. I mean, they can't run the ball. Also, I just got a text from Zahn, says, this is freaking awesome. So, Zahn, shout out to you. 2nd and 9, Garoppolo, again, all day to throw. Great job there by Illuminor. Holy shit. Garoppolo, caught! He's loose! All the way down to the red zone, and it's Josh Jacobs. I promise you this, there will not be a game all season where Garoppolo has 7 seconds to throw. I mean, you had multiple Denver Broncos players laying on the ground there. What up, LaDark Swan? I'm so serious. Ron CPG. 2869. Thank you all for tuning into the Raiders board. And if you haven't already, click that subscribe button, turn on those notifications. That way you never miss any action. So the Raiders have been in the red zone 3 times in this, or 3 times. They've already scored twice. Will they score for a 3rd time? Garoppolo drops back, looking. This offensive line by the Raiders, Carmen Brasillo's got to be proud. Throws it back in the end zone. Oh, he dropped it. I don't like that throw. That's in triple coverage. That's a risky throw there. If you love the silver and black, I can promise you this. We're going to be the YouTube channel for you. Nobody's going to provide the content that we do. And I promise you, we put out videos every single day, 100% free. Power I formation, Adams to the left. Garoppolo is going to run it here with Jacobs. And there's just nowhere to go. I mean, I don't want to totally ditch the running game, but Jacobs here has got to be getting pretty frustrated. He's like, you know what? I want my number 8 jersey. This 28 one's not working for me right now. So now it's 3rd and 9, but the last time the Raiders were faced with a 3rd down and 9 in the red zone, they scored a touchdown. Will Garoppolo lead another touchdown drive here? 2 to the right, 1 to the left. Garoppolo drops back. Good blocking here. This is a 13-yard drop back. What the hell is he doing? And it's caught again! Jakobi Meyers! Have yourself a day, young man. I mean, Garoppolo just did a 13-yard drop back. That reminded me of the old Jay Cutler drop backs. I mean, he literally caught it, ran backwards, put his foot in the ground, and threw an absolute piss missile to Jakobi Meyers. The Josh McDaniels-Jakobi Meyers connection. It's working right now. Garoppolo's got 3 passing touchdowns. He's going to finish this season with 50. 21-7. This is a hell of a start for this Raiders offense. I don't know what the camera guy's doing. He's all up in somebody's ball sack. But you know what? This Denver defense, it's not playing very well. And if you want to get your hands on Denver Broncos fans Eat Corn the Long Way t-shirt, you can go to chatsports.com/corn. And there's also a Chiefs one. There's also a Chargers one. And then There's a head coach one as well. So it's chatsports.com/corn. But that's if you want to get your hands on. Broncos fans, eat corn the long way. So we got a 21-7 ball game. 2 minutes, 42 seconds left here to go. Both teams have all three of their timeouts. And the Broncos will get ball at the half. So it's going to be really important here for the Raiders to get a stop on the defensive side of the football. That way, I mean, if they can go up 28-7, that would make me feel a lot better. What a beautiful tackle there. Great play by the Raiders defense. It's going to be first down and 10 now for Denver. Ball at the 20. I think that was Tyree Wilson too, which he's not going to be playing special teams. I can tell you that. I would have a heart attack. If Tyree Wilson's playing kickoff, that's just the dumbest thing you could possibly ask for by a coaching staff. All right, y'all, what's going to happen here on this drive? I want to get a turnover. Ball at the 21, ball at the 22. Russell Wilson under center. Raiders get some pressure again. And it is completed, but it doesn't really go very far. Tackle made there by Merrick. And Merrick right now is on my shit list. The touchdown that Denver got, it was on like a 3rd and 7, just threw it up. Merrick decided to just set one for Tim Patrick, and unbelievable. I can't even believe that happened. 2nd down and 8 coming up here, 6. And it's going to be a handoff up the middle to Javonte Williams, but it's now the 2-minute warning. 21-7, Raiders up over their AFC West rivals. And it's 3rd down and 4. Let's go. Let's get loud in the chat. Spam those threes. Wilson drops back, throws it deep. Oh, and it was broken up. Broken up. Really nice defensive play there. I thought they completed it. I was like, we're just giving up way too many deep passes, which means I think that this means that they're going to end up punting. I know the defense is still out there on the field. The Broncos are going to punt. I mean, really, so far, this has been a very solid start by the Las Vegas Raiders. However, the second half scares the hell out of me. 1st down and 10 coming up here for the Raiders. Yeah, it's Amir Abdullah back there, punt returner, which I don't think that that's actually what would happen. It probably would be some mix of DeAndre Carter. Maybe Amir would do it. I know he did a lot of kick returns last season. 1st down and 10. You got a minute 46. All 3 of your timeouts left here. The way Garoppolo's been chucking the rock in this game, I continue to try to sling it. I mean, I'm not wasting my time. I'm not going to try to run the football with Jacobs. 3 to the right. Garoppolo going to drop back here, looking. Really looking. And just another wide open receiver. I think that's Myers again. It is. Jacoby Myers, 2 receiving touchdowns today. He's got to have 5 or 6 grabs. He's having himself a hell of a game. I mean, Garoppolo is no doubt the MVP. But you could also make the argument, this Raiders offensive line, dude's got all day to throw. Denver's defense has no answer for this offense, led by Devontae Adams, Austin Hooper, Jacoby Myers, Hunter Renfrow. It's a lot of talent on the offensive side of the football. And Garoppolo right now, I mean, he's throwing it like a young Tom Brady. This is impressive. Garoppolo, nobody back there with him, looking again. And, I mean, this offensive line is just having itself a day. Caught Devontae Adams. That's going to be a gain of 4. 2nd down and 6. Coming up here for the Raiders. A minute 6 to go. We got to have a little bit more momentum here, fellas. A little bit more momentum. I know Carlson's good from, he's a lock from 55 and in. Besides that, though, I don't know if I really want to chance it. 510 people watching. Are you not entertained? Allen says run that clock down. And they're going to use a timeout, which I guess in Madden time, a minute 10 is probably like 5 minutes. Maybe not in this one. It's probably like 3 minutes. We'll see, though. 2nd down and 6. Raiders do use a timeout. What is that, a minute 1? Minute 1 remaining here. Ball at the 47-yard line. It's Garoppolo. He's going to check it down, and they're going to lose some yards. They're going to lose a yard. 3rd down and 7 coming up. This is way too much time here for Denver. Way too much time here for Denver. Who are you going to? I'm going to Renfrow. Renfrow's been great in these situations. Or you go to the hot hand of Jacoby Myers. I do see one-on-one with Renfrow down there below. Adams in motion. right up behind him. That's where you got to go with it. That's where you got to go with it. And they're going to throw it short. First down, Raiders! And another timeout. I mean, Garoppolo threw it right at the line of scrimmage. It was a little bit of a ballsy throw, but I'll tell you what, this offense is clicking on all cylinders right now. This is an absolute beautiful display of offensive prowess by McDaniels and this team. Get those ones going in the chat. First down and 10. I'll tell you what, Garoppolo right now might throw for 60 touchdowns this season. Jimmy drops back, slings it, caught. Jacobs, give him a first. Josh McDaniels is hyped up. He's like, this was the plan all along. He is hot right now. He's like, that visor is absolutely scorching. And they found Jacobs on a nice little check down here. I mean, Garoppolo's got what, 2 incompletions, 3 touchdowns? Can he get 4 touchdowns? And another timeout taken here by the Raiders. Yet the clock's still ticking. No timeout taken. Maybe it was taken earlier. Either way, we got 27 seconds to go here. Ball at the 33. Come on, Jimmy. Drops back, looking again. This offensive line, I'll tell you what, beautiful. You got to call timeout here. 2nd down and 5 coming up. And the Raiders, are they going to use a timeout? They're not going to use one? All right, they just took a timeout. There's 10 seconds left. 10 seconds left. They have 1 timeout remaining. Raiders up 21-7. Would you run the football or would you try to get closer to then have a shot at the end zone? If I'm the Raiders here, I'm going to run the ball. I'm going to try to get to the middle of the field. And then I'm going to use my final timeout. You bring out Daniel Carlson. Nope, they're just going to kick the field goal here. All right, so this should be a pretty easy one for Carlson. The kick is up, and the kick is good. Raiders got a nice little 24-7 cushion over the Denver Broncos, and Denver does get the football at the start of the half. And there's 6 seconds to go here in the first half of action. I mean, this is so far great. Zalesbo says, this is the score I predicted. Hey, no other scores. Then you got it. This is impressive. The halftime show, beer bongs. For nonstop Raiders action, subscribe right now. And like I said, if we get a $100 super chat, the halftime show is going to be me and the new guys knocking down a beer bong. I don't know about you. I'm ready to let my hair down here a little bit. I feel good. I know this. If the Raiders would be up 24-7 in week 1, I'm liking it. I'm liking it. 17-point lead.
17-point lead never disappoints.
Yikes. Darth Raider said final score is going to be 30-27. And Denver says, all right, we're going to go into halftime down 24-7 at home. That's a hell of a start, man. That's one hell of a start. First half thoughts. Jimmy Garoppolo looks like the greatest Raiders quarterback of all time. Jacoby Myers looks like the best signing of the offseason. The offensive line is pass blocking very well. They're definitely struggling in the running game here a little bit. I think Hunter Renfrow has looked good. I would like to see a little bit more of Michael Mayer action, but the defense has stepped up. I mean, sure, they've given up 7, but one really unlucky touchdown play there by Merrick. But overall, I mean, if the offense plays at this, John Scheffler, bang! He wants a halftime beer bong. All right. Halftime beer bong. Somebody go get him. Or if he's filming something, it's fine. Go get a beer bong. Go get a beer bong. We need an extra one. Halftime beer bong from Scheffler. Put him on the boot. Hall of Fame. Boot, living in the Boot Hall of Fame. And the world's gonna know your name. Everybody spam John Scheffler right now. If you don't, chances are you eat corn the long way.
Let's go through some more super chats.
We're going to go through some more supers. I'm going to go back to Johnny Chef real quick. JJ is not on the team. Update the roster. Wild one, you're being a troll. But I'm hoping that Jacobs is on the roster. You guys, you got to get 2 beer bongs. 2 beer bongs. Dos beer bongs. Dos beer bongs. What up, John? Let's drink. Let's get the drink start to flowing. Hell yeah, man. Johnny's feeling good, man. He's feeling frisky. I don't know what Zahn's talking about here. I don't know. Zahn says that's over 6. It's boot time. See, boot time, guys, we are about, what, 3, I can't do the math. We're about 250, 280 away from a boot. We're about 280 away from a boot. Brandon Jasper says, shot you say, Mitch. I did already do a few shots for Brandon, and we did a few shots in there for Johnny Chef as well. Zahn says over 600 boot time. Boot time is once we hit 1,000 on. It's you got to remember, it's watch party season. So watch party season, it does change up here a little bit. So the newbies, they're going to go get the beer bongs here. I don't know what's taking so long. Yeah, make sure they're all right here. I'm getting worried about them. They're making me nervous here. And here they come, having the time of their lives. All right, I'll be honest. I don't know their real names, but I know their nicknames. So this is what we're going to do. That's for you. We're at the Mile High today. That's for you. If you guys could, introduce yourself to the nation, the best fans in all sports here. You can see it. We're live. That's the camera.
What up, Raider Nation? Jake Chipper right here.
What was that, Chipper? We got Chipper.
Tyler Smith. Smitty here.
Tyler Smith and Smitty. So as you can tell, we got the most Smitty.
Smitty, no H.
If you would, if you make a generic person on Madden, it comes out as Tyler Smith.
And
all right.
Starting left tackle on the Cowboys.
Oh man, that's true. I wouldn't say that here though. So we're gonna pour up a beer bong here. We called Chugs because before he started working here at the Raiders Report, he did a beer chug. Probably was pretty freaking legendary. So we're gonna go get. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Oh! David Zahn! Bang! All right. We'll do a boot. We'll do a boot for Zahn. If you want it. Only if you want it. David Zahn wants a boot, and he's going to get it now. Chugs. Let's use this one. David Zahn. David Zahn. Oh! Oh! Driving! Bang! Brandon Jasper! Bang! Chugs! Fill me up a boot! I want 2 boots! I want 2 boots. We only got 1. All right, I'll do a beer bong. I got 5 on it. Raiders up 24-7. It's halftime. If I had to guess, McDaniels right now is trying to figure out, all right, how do we not blow this incredible lead that we have right now. How do we prevent that from happening? Then you got Russell Wilson. You got Sean Payton on the other end saying, you know what? Shit. We got to be able to hold this lead together. We'll see what ends up going down. But shout out to Brandon. Shout out to Jadeveon. Freshie? All right. Oh, that's good. I'm glad. Because that place is booty cheeks. Welcome. Welcome, everybody. We will be getting into the second half action coming up here in just a second. But hey, anytime legendary shit happens, we're going to get wild here on the Raiders Report. If you like tailgates in Oakland, my goal here is always to have a good time on this show, no matter what. And if you think these shows are crazy, I promise you this, it's nothing compared to an actual Raiders game day. And Zahn could tell you, Jadeveon could tell you, the entire nation can sit up here and tell you that is nothing compared to an actual Raiders game day. Zahn's laughing. We're doing this for Madden games. Hey, Raider Nation's built different, man. The nation is simply built different. However, though, we've had a few Mount Raidermore members send in some soups. Or the more... Oh! John Borelli! Bang! Fill it up, Buttercup! All right, I got a proposition.
You already have one. You said if Patrick B gets it correct, you're doing a boot.
I'm aware. Is either of the new guys down for a boot?
No, I don't know if we can get him on that.
A boot? Do you want a boot? All right, go fill up a boot. I'll make you guys a deal.
We don't have another empty one.
So there's plenty of ones over there. They're not Raiders boots, but neither are these right now. I got to add the logo to them. Go grab another boot out there, and we'll get it going. Here. Holy shit, this is getting close to a royal flush. We need Sergio and Ron. If we get a $100 super chat or Venmo, we're going to get the other new guy here, and he's going to knock back his very first beer boot here on the Raiders Report. We got one from Zahn. We got one from Trivan. John frickin' Borelli, our newest member, Patrick B. And I just checked Venmo. This one's rolling in from Wild One 14. Bang! Three-way boot race and podcast. We got podcast Sergio and Ron. There is a lot of banging going on. I mean, a lot of banging going on. Feels good. It feels good once it hits your lips. So far, today's MVP is Patrick B. He's going to get himself a signed Raiders football by Jeremy Chugs and I. I'll tell you what, this might just be what the Raiders Madden halftime shows are just going to be this every week. This is nuts, y'all. You guys are on another level. We are drinking Coors Light because it's the Broncos. It's the Mile High. What do we got here?
The new guy, I said you can choose whatever boot you wanted, and this is the boot he chose.
Oh, no.
This is the boot he chose.
Oh, no. All right, well, we're going to see how quick he can do three beers.
Fun fact, Harrison cut his hand open on that boot.
Well, not exactly that boot. So, are you guys ready to see a three-way boot race?
$50, I'll do it shirtless.
Oh, my God. I forget who it was in the beginning of the show goes, can we just keep all the shirts on? What?
$20 before we start, Chipper will untuck his shirt. Right now.
Another $20 super chat, and I'll untuck my crotch. All right, here we go. Are we ready to get this thing going? Who you got? Type M for Mitch. Type C for Chugs. Type CH for Chip.
I think Chipper could win. Dark horse.
I'll tell you this right now. If he beats Chugs, I'm going to throw up. Oh!
Tuck it!
Oh, it's getting wild. It's getting wild here on the Raiders Report. We got Prime Dirtball, a.k.a. Artino. Bang! What up, Artino?
Rusty, but he's got it. Little rusty, but Marshall's got it.
Oh, man. All right. Here we go. I don't know if this has ever happened, but we just got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, technically 6 hundos in a row.
It's definitely happened.
It's happened before?
Watch the Texans.
All right, that's true. All right, here we go. 3 beers, 36 ounces.
Cheers.
I'm a little bit of cheers in here. You ready? Here we go.
Chug, 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 chug. This is a great effort from the rookie. Can he take down Mitch? They're neck and neck. Oh, Mitch pulled away at the goal line. But Chippy, in his first one, crushes it. Chippy, what an effort. What an effort from the Raiders Report crew. I think that was a sub-25 seconder from Chippy.
That's a good first boot.
Good first boot for Chippy.
That's a good
Shout
first
out to
boot.
the nation.
I'm going to be honest. I got worried because he got out to a hot start. He got out to a hot start, and I'm like, that's going to end either with a lot of bubble in the face or some stuff on the floor. Yeah, Chugs is gross. If you got Chugs is disgusting. Well, it's Chugs is. I don't know what Chugs does in his off time, but it probably involves a lot of chugging. All right, here we go. Second half underway. I got to know who you got. Type LV for the Raiders or DEN. DEN for the Denver Broncos. Chugs, when you get time, can you update the live poll? I want to know who's the MVP of this game so far. Jimmy Garoppolo, Jacoby Myers, or let's go with Devontae Adams. Those have probably been the top 3 players. Daniel Carlson, the kick is away. And here we go. Here we go. And it's a pretty good return there by Denver. This is where the part of the game that, I'm going to be honest, I'm going to get a little bit nervous for the simple fact of, I mean, let's be real. This is where the Raiders really, really struggled at last season. I mean, they did. They struggled. They blew 5 games last season with double-digit leads. 17 points. They blew that lead against the Chiefs. I get it. It's the Broncos. But then they also blew a big-time lead on top of that against the Arizona Cardinals in Week 2. Russell Wilson on 1st down and 10. Looks, throws, caught. 1st down, Denver. Ball at the 46-yard line. I don't know what this cameraman's doing once in a while here. He's like, it's the mile high. I'm trying to get after it, man. Yikes. I also just saw a message in Mount Raider Moore. They're trying to signal the bat signal, which, well, that's not good for me. So, 1st down and 10. Ball at the 46-yard line here. Russell Wilson under center. They got 3 to the left. Wilson drops back. Raiders, not a lot of pressure here. Wilson's got to scramble. He's going to use his legs. He's got a 1st down. And he got rocked. Who was that? My goodness, Duke Shelley laying the wood.
Dude.
But it's a big 1st down here by Denver. I mean, this would be interesting. This would be very interesting. I am nervous. It's a freaking Madden game. But if they blow a double-digit lead in Madden, I'm like, we might as well just lock this thing up. We might as well just lock this thing up. I see some people talking about a royal flush right now. I'll make the viewers a deal. If Raider Ron shows up and drops 100, I'll count that as a Raiders royal flush. 1st down and 10. It's completed at the 4-yard line. All right. Completed at the 4. Oh, sorry. 2nd down and 6, completion of 4 yards. We got in the third quarter. Again, we're doing 8-minute quarters here, so 6 minutes to go. Come on, Raiders. Wilson, handoff up the middle, and now it's going to be 3rd down and 2, which means it's 3rd down. Get those 3s in the chat. I will say if I was Denver here and I didn't get it, I might still try to go for it. Though you could try to chip it down. Let's go. Get those 3s in the chat. 3rd down and 2. Wilson drops back, looking. Raiders get some pressure, and they force him to throw it out of bounds. Great play there by the Raiders defense. It's 4th down and 2. Are they going to kick it, or are they going to go for it? They make it a 2-possession game, make it 24-10. They are going to bring out their kicker. This looks like it's going to be a 35 plus 10, 45. I mean, it's a pretty good kick here. Kick is up, and the kick is good. We got a 24-10 ball game, but I mean, let's be real here. Like, if you got to stop, you still were able to hold them to a field goal. The way that your offense has played in this game, for the love of God, McDaniels, you better not change up anything. Like, I know that you got the lead, but, like, let's be real. The way that Garoppolo's been slinging the rock here, you got to just keep going. You got to keep chucking the rock. Keep chucking the rock. Let's get those FDENs in the chat. You got a quick question? Go. Ooh. What team do you hate the most? Is it the Chiefs? Type FKC. Is it the Chargers? FLAC. Or if it's the Broncos, can I get an FDEN? Which team do you hate the most out of the AFC West? For me, Chiefs. Then it's the Broncos. And then it's the Chargers. Can't really hate on a team that doesn't have any fans. I got to tie my shoe here, so you might see some legs. Here we go, Raiders. Here we go. All right. Third quarter here, 5 minutes to go. Garoppolo's got 3 passing touchdowns. He had himself a hell of a game. Garoppolo drops back all day to throw again. I mean, this offensive line is just incredible. Caught. Jacoby Myers might go for 2,000 yards and 30 touchdowns this season at this pace. 2nd down and 1. Coming up here for the Raiders. I think right now, who's the bigger impact player? Is it Jimmy G or is it Jacoby? Both guys are, I'll tell you what, really slinging it right now. 2nd down and 1. 24-10. Garoppolo looks again all day to throw. Deep down the field. Oh, he missed them. He missed them. He had a walk-in touchdown, middle of the field, and Garoppolo missed them. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Brandon says, bet the new guys know now how the nation gets down. I mean, if it wasn't for the nation, I don't know if they'd be here. So, shout out to Brandon. It's 3rd down and 1. Coming up here for the Raiders. Shotgun. Garoppolo, he's going to drop back. He's going to look. Short middle of the field. Caught! 1st down, Raiders. And another huge 1st down for Devontae Adams. I mean, Denver's got no idea what to do right now defensively. They are in just absolute shambles. They don't know who to cover. Look at Fat Sean Payton, he's like yelling at his defensive coordinator like, hey, you got to start getting some pressure on Jimmy G. He's carving us up like a pumpkin on Halloween. 1st down and 10. 4 minutes and 3 seconds to go here in the third quarter, and the Raiders are so confident that Garoppolo right now is just back there, no running back. They're going to run a screen here to Jacobs, and he might have lost the yard. Nope, 2nd down and 10. McDaniels is trying to do a really good job getting Jacobs involved, but anytime Josh touches the football, you do got to tip your cap here a little bit here to Denver because, I mean, let's face it, they've done a good job slowing him down. Now, obviously, since it's live, Jacobs has not signed the franchise tag yet. My question is, do you think he ends up signing the franchise tag? Garoppolo, fake handoff, Jacobs throws, and it's out of bounds, 3rd down and 10. Cannot afford to give it back to Denver here and make this a 1-possession. You did this on purpose. I'm worried Chugs is straight up trolling me here. He has the sliders set. Raiders get a lead, and if they blow this lead, I'm going to need a new Raiders report producer because I'm going to freak out. Garoppolo drops back, 3rd down and 10, all day to throw. And they get sacked. Oh, no. You're shitting me. You got to be shitting me. And now it's 4th down and 20, and the Raiders are going to punt this one away. First sack of the season there for Denver. Also, everybody say goodnight to Sarah Otto. Oh! David Zone! Bang! Ron's at work. He can't make it, so I'm covering for him. I respect it. I respect it. Fill up a boot. That's what we need. Everybody spam David Zahn. Spam Raider Ron. A lot of the legends in the chat, man. I'll get a boot going. I'll get a boot going here. Come on, Raiders D. Come on, defense. Looks like they got David Long Jr. out there. Byron Young. Jerry Tillery. Come on, defense. Chandler Jones out there. It's 1st down and 10 for Denver. Ball to 24. Also, congratulations to Sarah Otto celebrating 11 years together with her hubby. Wilson, middle of the field, deep, incomplete. I mean, they are really, really going for that deep ball in this game, for the love of God. I mean, think about how many deep shots Denver has taken in this one. I get it. That's how they got their touchdown, but unbelievable. Prime Dirt Ball, a.k.a. Artino. Bang! It's 2nd down and 10. Wilson scrambles and picks up a huge 1st down. Are you shitting me? What are we doing? I mean, you're losing contain. He's got all day to run. 1st down, Denver. Spam Artino right now. All right, who's the better quarterback? I like this one. Jimmy Garoppolo or Russell Wilson? Let me know. Type JG for Jimmy Garoppolo or type RW for Russell Wilson. I'm going to knock back this boot at the end of the 3rd quarter. Shout out to Mr. Artino. And shout out to all the legends here on the Raiders Report. Wilson drops back, middle of the field, throws, caught. Jerry Jeudy. He's down at the 39. Come on, defense. What are we doing here? We got to get a stop. If this turns into a one-possession ball game, this is not going to be where I want it to be. And for those of you watching live, friendly reminder that tomorrow is going to be our live show, Raiders at Buffalo. See how Las Vegas does up against Josh Allen, Stephon Diggs, and a very powerful Buffalo Bills offense. Right now, momentum is 100% on Denver's side. Ball's going to be here at the 38-yard line. Wilson at a shotgun. 3 to the left, nobody to the right. Wilson drops back. He's going to throw one out of bounds. I mean, Wilson, a few of these throws, man, has been very, very off. Also, John Jenkins on the roster. Interesting. A little interesting there. That's, I don't know if he makes it. We'll see. I'd like to see what this 53-man looks like. According to a report from Madden. 2nd and 10. Wilson, shotgun. Bunches is the formation. Wilson, another bad throw. I mean, 3rd down and 10. He had a wide open player, threw at his shoelaces, which means, Nation, it's 3rd down. Let's get it going. You want to shout out here on the Raiders Report? Spam 3 right now. 3rd down and 10. Wilson, shotgun, looking. Still looking. He's scrambling. Raiders get some pressure. Wilson, middle of the field. Caught. 1st down, Denver. Unbelievable. Jerry Jeudy, 1st down and goal. What the hell is going on? He's got all day to throw. Crosby's not even in the frickin' game. And it's completed middle of the field. 1st down, Denver. 1st down and goal. Where's Crosby? All right, he's in there. We got to get some pressure. 1st down and goal. Wilson looks. caught. Second down and goal. It's going to be a short gain. I mean, they picked up 5. Come on, defense. Let's go. Let's get some Ds. Let's get some Ds in the chat. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And that is the end of the third quarter. We are entering the fourth quarter. The Broncos are getting ready to score. And it's 24-10. Who you got? I don't know if you could slow the game down here for a second. I got to knock back this beer real quick. This is, it's making me nervous. I mean, what's your confidence level right now? Scale 1 to 10. Like, do you think the Raiders are going to win this game? I have no idea. I have no idea right now. Will the Raiders beat the Broncos week 1? Chugs, if you can put your mic on, give some shout-outs here to some of the people.
Let's go. Spam LV
This
or
one's
DEN.
for Mount Raider Moore. This one's for Raider Ron. Shout out to Zon. Shout out to Artino. Shout out to all the legends in the chat today.
Who you got? El Loco Uno says LV.
I might be able to convince. Can we get does Smitty got a boot in him?
Sam Brown is saying Denver. F Sam's in the chat.
Oh my lord.
Sam is in the chat.
F Sam. 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 F Sam.
Get Sam out of the chat.
Get him out of there.
Get him out of there. That dirty Broncos fan.
Oh man.
Oh my God. I bet he paced with formatting. He doesn't even. He's a dirty Broncos fan. Oh my goodness. As Mitch takes down the boot, let me know. Get those F Sams in there. Get those LVs. We've got the fourth quarter. Raiders, Broncos, week 1 on Madden. Woo! There you go, Mitch. You got it. You got it. Let's go. Let's go. Mitch taking down the boot like a champion. We're going to get into this fourth quarter of Raiders, Broncos on Madden. Get your 4s up. 4s in the chat.
Get the 4s in the chat. Get the 4s in the chat. Coming up right now. Fourth quarter action here on the Raiders board. Wilson, shotgun. Got a running back to the left. Wilson drops back. Raiders bring a blitz. They hit him. Oh, and it falls incomplete. Third down and goal. Let's go.
It's the third down.
Let's get the 3s. Let's get some Ds. Come on, defense. Third down and goal. Ball at the 4. Wilson, shotgun. 2 to the right. Drops back. Looks. Caught. Touchdown. Unbelievable. 24-17. It was 24-7 going into half. I just think Jeremy's trolling me at this point. This is not good. It's not good. 25 likes away from spinning the wheel. I'll tell you what. You wanted a real-life Madden simulation? This is it. I'll tell you what, man. This is it. And it's 24-17. Yeah, McDaniels, you better get out your iPad, homie. We got to get something going here. Your offense looked like it could not be beaten in the first half, and now we're sitting here wondering, well, what the hell's going on? It's not good. It's not good right now. That's how I feel, man. Broncos score. Get those FDENs. Are you nervous right now? Yeah. I'm shitting bricks. I could literally build a house back here. It's not good. Amir Abdul is fired up, though. We need more Jacoby Myers. We need a little bit more. We need a little bit more here. Come on, Raiders. Start of the fourth quarter. Abdullah return, tackle, down at the 27, first down and 10. Now, I get it. You're up by 7 points. Myers today, though, 6 grabs, 103 yards, and 2 touchdowns. Like, I get the fact that you have the lead, but what you've been able to do in this game is throw the football effectively. I don't want McDaniels to get too conservative here. I want him to continue to throw the rock. Plus, it's Madden, and I only throw the ball in Madden. So, 24-17, ball at the 27. one to the left. Looks like they got 3 to the right. Jacobs is the running back, and of course they're going to run it, but he's got a hole. Jacobs, first down, Raiders. First down and 10. Beautiful run up the middle. Josh McDaniels is like, I knew it the whole time. Get those JJs in the chat. Get those JJs in the chat. 24-17. I mean, that's great blocking up the middle, and Jacobs just would not go down. I mean, he breaks one tackle, breaks another, showing why he led the NFL last season with 1,653 rushing yards and had over 2,000 total yards. Come on, Jimmy. Jimmy G's got the guys in the huddle. Garoppolo under center again. Single back formation here. No Jacobs. Garoppolo looks. They're going to check it down to him. And it's going to be caught. Going to be a gain of 2. It's all right. Gain of 2. Gain of 2. I got Shane. Shout out to Darth Raider. Ron C. Max Santana. What up, Martin? My opinion. 480 people tuned in right now to our live watch party here on the Raiders Report. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. Garoppolo under center, looks, throws, short, caught! First down, Austin Hooper. Hooper's made some really clutch catches today. 3rd catch of the game. And 2nd. Correct, Mayer is in the game. He's just... What I wanted to do for these Madden simulations is we didn't control anything, right? Like, we don't control what McDaniels decides to do on game days, or else we would have won more than 6 games last season. But, hey, so we did the exact same thing here. Whatever Madden wanted to do, that's what Madden did. Here we go. Garoppolo under center, fake handoff. Jacobs throws, caught. And it's a gain of about 6. 2nd down and 4. Coming up here for the Raiders. I mean, this is a big-time drive. If you can put yourself up by 2 touchdowns, my nervous level goes drastically down. Also, Patrick B guessed 27-17. That makes me nervous. That makes me very nervous. 2nd down and 4 coming up here. Also, super chat from Attic. Garoppolo throws, middle of the field, caught! First down, Adams! First down, Raiders. Beautiful middle of the field route there by Adams underneath. Caught. I mean, that's just pitch and catch at this point. 24-17. Get those ones in the chat right now. Get them going. First down and 10. 5 minutes to go. What up, Patrick? What up, Alan Spice? What up, El Loco? All right, Garoppolo shotgun here. You got to at least put points on the board no matter what. Garoppolo's looking. 3 to the left. He's got all day to throw. He's going to check it down again, and it's going to be caught. Gain of 6. I believe that was Austin Hooper again. 2nd down and 4. I mean, when the Raiders needed a big-time drive, this offense is definitely answering right now. If you want to shout out here on the Raiders Report, spam Raiders right now down in the chat. 2nd down and 4. Garoppolo, shotgun, 3 to the right, 1 to the left, ball to 26. Garoppolo looks, throws, caught! Renfro, he's loose. First down, Raiders. 1st and goal for Renfro, ball at the 7. This is huge. You got to get yourself in the end zone. Garoppolo is looking like a young Tom Brady out there. It's a beautiful route, though, by Renfro. Just put his foot in the dirt and really went north and south. Here we go, Garoppolo. Power eye, Jacobs. Gets to about the 5. 2nd down and goal coming up here, but it's all right. Let the clock tick, 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 tick. 2nd and goal. Both teams have all 3 of their timeouts. The Raiders had a 24-7 lead going into halftime. Denver has had a good second half. Here we go. Garoppolo, shotgun. 2 to the right, 2 to the left. Bunch formation. Garoppolo looks all day to throw again. Still looking. Still looking. Don't do that. Caught. 3rd and goal by Renfro. Dude, holy shit, you scared me. I would have threw up. 3rd and goal, ball at the 2. Do you run or pass? R for run, P for pass. I'm passing the rock here. The way that they've been able to pass the football here has been very effectively. Also, 10 likes away from spinning the wheel. Garoppolo, shotgun, looks, looking, still looking, throws. Oh, Christ, back of the end zone, incomplete. 2-minute warning. You got to kick a field goal here. You got to kick the field goal here. You got to go up 27-17, which I don't like because that's what Patrick B predicted. And if Patrick B gets it right, I got to do another boot, and I'm going to be cooked. So, kick is up. Kick is good. 27-17. If you're looking for Raiders content in the month of July, you're in the right spot, man. Hit that subscribe button. Turn on those notifications. That way you never miss a thing. Raiders got the 27-17 lead. How we feeling? I don't feel good. I know that. The Broncos have all 3 of their timeouts. And again, it's Madden time. So they got plenty of time here to score and get the ball back. Can the Raiders defense get a stop? Can the Raiders defense here get a stop? 27-17, minute 52 left. And the Broncos are going to get the ball here at the 25-yard line. Remember, if you want a Denver Broncos fans eat corn the long way shirt, you can go to chatsports.com/corn, which you can see right here. You can also get a Chiefs Chargers shirt as well. It's available at that link that you see below. All right, here we go. Coming up right now, Russell Wilson leading the offense. And again, the Broncos offense has been a lot better here in the second half. Really struggled in the first half. They got lucky on a Tim Patrick touchdown. Here we go. Can the Raiders D get a stop? Wilson, shotgun, 2 to the right, 1 to the left. Wilson's going to drop back, going to look, throws down the field. Oh, my Lord. I was going to say, if it happens again, Nate Hobbs is fired up. Nate Hobbs is fired up. Marcus Epps is fired up. It's interesting. They got John Jenkins right now in with Bilal Nichols, Jerry Tillery. Where the hell's Max Crosby? I mean, Crosby never takes snaps off. I can promise you this. If they try to sit Crosby would tell him to shove it. Missed tackle opportunity. Now it's 3rd down and 3. I'm surprised that they're running down 10 points. Sean Payton has had one too many Twinkies during his short retirement. Here we go, though. It's time to get those 3s in the chat. 1 like away from spinning the wheel. Come on, Max. Let's get the stops. Let's end this game. I got to take a shot. It's fine. Wilson, shotgun, looking. 3rd down and 3. All day to throw. What a terrible throw. They got to go for it. They got to go for it. I was going to say, did Madden just freeze? 4th down and 3. Come on, Raiders. Come on, Raiders. Wilson, shotgun. 4th down and 3, looking. Got all day to throw again. Going to take a shot. Caught. 1st down, Denver. Minute 23 to go. Raiders up 27-17. All 3 timeouts. I'll tell you what, both offensive lines have been playing spectacular. There's been 1 sack in this game. The offensive line play, both of these teams, has been unbelievable. Minute 7 to go. Wilson. He's getting held. Ref. I don't know how you don't call holding on that. Go back and look. I mean, he's getting held all day. Getting held all day. 2nd down and 3. Somebody throw a flag. The fact that there hasn't been a single flag thrown in this game is pretty spectacular. It's great. Great coaching. 2nd and 3. 43 seconds to go. Wilson again drops, throws, middle field, caught. Ball's on the ground. Raiders got it. The turnover chain. Raiders got the football. Raiders got the football. Type those fumbles in the chat. And here comes the Raiders offense. And here comes the Raiders offense. Big time turnover there. Raiders 27-17. I'll tell you, I'm nervous now. Because now that means Patrick got the score right. That's unbelievable. You're telling me the Raiders are going to win this game. Spam those just win babies in the chat. And the Raiders are going to need this game out. And they are going to get a W. 27-17. Are you shitting me? So they get outscored in the second half, 10-3. But it was a big, big first half by Jakobi Meyers, by Jimmy Garoppolo. And I got to know, who was the MVP in this game? Was it Meyers or was it Garoppolo? Those are your options to me. Yeah, they're taking timeouts, but the Raiders are going to get a win. The Raiders are going to get a win here. Right now, 39% say Jimmy Garoppolo. 35% say Jakobi Meyers. Oh, shit. 27-17. I mean, today was made for Patrick B. Today was made for Patrick B. Zahn loves it. Raiders get the win in our Week 1 simulation up against the Denver Broncos, which means I got a boot. I got a boot here coming up. It's going to be ugly. I'll tell you that right now. Yes, the game is still going on, which I'll tell you what. Are we sure the Raiders won? Because they just punted. The clock just hit 0, and the game is now officially over. The Raiders, they got to win. They extend their win streak against the Donkeys. 7 games in a row. Feels great. Raiders out to a 1-0 lead. For those of you that are watching this live, friendly reminder, we're going to be live tomorrow again with a Raiders and Bills watch party, Madden simulation. Also, before the game, what I'm going to try to do every single week is keep you guys up to date on how some of the other teams are doing. So essentially what we're going to do is we're going to run a simulation. We're going to run a simulation for all the other teams. That way we'll continue to be able to update stats. We'll be able to update records. And then if the Raiders do make the playoffs, we will have an exact updated playoff record. Yeah, this is a nightmare. Shout out to Patrick B, man. So for those that don't know, Patrick sent this super chat in. Let me see. I'm going to get the exact time here. He sent this in 2 hours ago. He sent this thing in 2 hours ago and got the score correct. Patrick, everyone spam Patrick B because today's all about Patrick B apparently. So he got himself a Raiders Report jersey. He got himself on Mount Raidermore. And that mother effer got a signed Raiders football from Jeremy Chuggs and I. And he predicted the score correct. Patrick, I'll tell you this right now. Go play the lottery tonight, man. Go play the lottery tonight. Pick the numbers 27. Pick the number 17. Congratulations to you. Or maybe 87, 27, and 17. All those numbers right now. That's nuts. That's nuts. I'm really regretting this boot. This is not going to be good. Is Smitty out there? Smitty! Smitty! Does he got a boot in him? Let's see if Smitty's got a boot in him. No, I'll do another one. He's got a boot in him. All right. Somebody fill. Yeah, he should.
One more 100 for a Smitty boot?
All right, so Smitty, I want to take down the new guy here. So, $100 super chat, and he's going to do his first boot here on the Raiders Report. What do we think?
I'm in, 100%.
You think?
Yeah, and I might do it in record time, just like last time.
Record time.
Yeah. I talk a big game.
You can beat Chuggs this time.
With a name like Chuggs, I don't know. It's kind of like.
I'm going to tell you this right now. Do you think he can beat Chuggs this time? Why for yes, then for no? I don't know, man.
We'll see.
So Chuggs' record, I'll tell you after you do it.
Okay.
I don't want to psych you out.
Put pressure on me.
Yeah, it's a lofty number. I'm just going to tell you that. I'm going to tell you that right now. My record personally, my record is 14.9 seconds. Now I flirt with the 20s.
Okay.
Yep, that's kind of where I'm at.
My record is
I want to say his record is 6.94. Yeah, it's a hell of a thing. So You're getting a lot of N's, so the nation doesn't believe that you can beat Chugs' record. However,
Is it because of the U? I'm not even a fan.
it's because of Chugs. It's
Because of Chugs. All right.
Chugs, in terms of chugging beers, is like the U in the early 2000s.
Oh, okay. Like the 7th floor crew. I get it.
No, like he murdered people.
Yeah.
Like he was just a nightmare of a person. So, I'm just kidding. If he beats, I'll donate 200 from Rebel. If you beat Chugs this time, you're gonna get some people to donate, throw some money at you. All right, let's go through some more supers real quick here. Just slide over here a little bit. There you go. All right, just received my Raider Salute to the Troops hoodie. I'm a ride or die, and I'll ride till I die. Shout out to Attican. Did I always pronounce that right? Action? It's probably Action. Action 808. Cheers to you, my brother. Let's go to Shane. Mitch, get that boot ready. I can't believe that Patrick got it right. I can't believe it. Can't believe it. Action. The curse of 17-point lead continues. There was definitely a point where I was worried that the Raiders were going to blow that lead. I really was. But, hey, Raiders got the dub, 27-17.
Everybody's saying they're going to donate if he beats my record. We won't even know unless we get 100.
Correct. That's also correct.
On the docket.
Oh, man. I don't know. We'll see. And then, Shane, Action. All of y'all.
While we wait for a second, let's break down the rest of the Raiders Madden schedule.
I like it. So, the Raiders got a dub week 1 against Denver. I do think as we continue to do this, Chugs, we'll go and we'll try to update the scores and everything. That way people can keep track. Tomorrow, week 2 against the Buffalo Bills. Okay, that's a big game. Josh Allen on the road Friday. And then Tuesday, 7-11. We might have to do some sort of slushy deal for that. Week 3 against Pittsburgh. Slurpee? What did I say? Slushy? Yeah, same thing. All right, Thursday again, we're going to go live every Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday here on the Raiders Report for all these games. And then, once the actual preseason gets a rolling here, if the Raiders do end up making the playoffs, remember, the first preseason game for the Silver and Black is August 13th, which the final game of this Madden simulation season is Friday, August 11th. And then the playoffs, we will see, it's TBD. But we will run simulations for every single NFL team. Chat Sports Simulations, we will keep you up to date with AFC West rankings. We will keep you up to date with AFC standings. I don't know about y'all. I wanted to do this because, let's face it, I miss football. It's the month of July. It's a dead time right now. And at the end of the day, I love hanging out with the nation. I love having a good time with all of y'all. And that's realistically what we try to do here on the Raiders Report. So, we got 350 people watching right now. 420 likes. Did you guys have fun today? We are doing these shows so y'all have a lot more fun. And I really hope that that's the main message that we get across here. People, we're just trying to hang out, bring that Oakland tailgate feel, try to have a good time, and then we'll see where the rest of the night takes us. So, Chugs, Vincenzo liked it. Did you like the Madden watch party? How did we do? Can we get a quick grade here? A, B, C, D, or F? And then Robert says, oh, geez, feeling it. No, I'm definitely feeling it right now. I feel pretty loosey-goosey. I'm not going to lie. I don't lie to you guys, and I feel pretty damn good right now. Oh, wow. Skip Bayless taking 2 months off. F that guy. David Zahn. David Zahn has done his part. You're right. Mount Raider Moore, man, has absolutely done their part.
You know what? It doesn't have to be one person. If people want to tag team the 100, that's fine.
Richie likes it. Vincenzo likes it. I see a lot of A's, some A pluses. Alan Spice, going to give it a B. Hey, I want honest critiques. That's what I want here. That's why we do this show. PG 2869, going to give it an A grade. Die Hard Raider fan, A plus. We got Tadashi, he's going to give it an A. Juan Hernandez is going to give it an A grade as well. We got PG again. So, here we go. Oh, man, what a day. What a day today has been. So, hang on, I just got something. Hang on. Max Santana, Robert Stoffel the Badger, a lot of A's rolling in. John Borelli. What's up, Borelli? What's up, Borelli? Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Oh! Shout out to my dad, $100 Venmo. Bang! And then we got today's MVP, Patrick B. Bang!
And
Mr. John Scheffler, gonna get us halfway there.
oh, we're halfway there.
Oh, living on a prayer. All right. I'll say this though, I don't want to leave Scheffler hanging, all right? I'm not a guy that wants to leave Scheffler hanging. So no matter what, it's gonna be me and I know. But Scheffler sent in a 50-piece. So you got another beer bong in you. He's like, you know what? I do. He's like, I do. Here, wait. Here, go. Harry, somebody go get him a beer. Yeah. He's got it. He's got it. All right, so he's going to fill that up. Or do you want a Happy Dad? Happy Dads are pretty clean. You can pick. You got him. Jesus. All right, Chugs is going to go fill up a beer bong for Mr. Scheffler. We're going to get the other new guy in here for another one. And then we're going to bring on Smitty. He's going to tackle his very first beer boot here on the Raiders Report. So what you're going to see is 2 boots, 1 bong. Okay? It's almost as good as 2 girls, 1 cup. I mean, it's basically the exact same thing. So tomorrow, though, we will be live here on the Raiders Report again, and we're going to be doing a Raiders-Bills watch party. On top of that, Raiders rumors, also Friday's happy hour. So if you thought today was crazy, I don't know how we're going to do better tomorrow, but I'm going to try. I know that. How blind are you? Are you, like, drastically blind?
Take a look.
Holy.
It ain't gonna be good, boys. It ain't gonna be good.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, visually impaired. That's what I am.
I would say
Quite.
that's nuts.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're good. All right, he's going to knock back a beer bong. He's got a boot. And I got another one as well. And after that, we're going to end today's live show.
No pressure, but Rebel said he's sending in 500. What was it, 6?
6 point. You need 6.93. And honestly, I hope you do it. I hope they do it.
It could be really good or really bad.
My time, I'm going to warn y'all right now, my time is going to be dog shit. So, all right, who you got? Type S for Smitty, type C for Chip, or you can type M for me. It's probably not going to be me. So here we go. 3,
2, 1. Let's go. Dun, 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 dun. Coke bottles? No, it's a Happy Dad. Oh.
That was solid.
That was.
Not quite
Smitty.
Can we get a time check?
I'd say Smitty's best quality is how
Can we
humble
get
he is.
Can we get a time check in the chat?
Great job.
Alan said, Smitty, 5 seconds?
I got to challenge
Rebel.
Smitty on my first boot next time.
Rebel, can we get a time check?
Wow. It was good, though.
It wasn't bad.
Little spillage.
Yeah, a little spillage.
Stoffel said 17 seconds.
Oh, stop it.
He's a little upset about that.
Oh, Rebel said there was a false start.
Oh, no.
John Borelli giving you the strong arm.
I mean,
Smitty.
honestly, it was impressive.
Mhm.
That was very impressive. That was a lot better than how I thought it was going to go down. Oh, Patrick said we needed the race. Rebel said 14.59 seconds, but a false start. Oh, I'm cooked. Yeah, The fire alarm's starting to go off, and your wife tells you, go grab a blanket to just wave it in front of it. That's where we're at right now.
Just like Danny likes her steaks. You're well done. There we go. Little sippies. Little sippies. Oh, you're almost there. Oh, there we go. There we go.
All right. Good thing I don't drink unless it's Friday. So, all right, y'all. Raiders got the win.
It's
27. More. 27-17.
I didn't know. I legitimately did not know if you did that.
We will be back. There's no way. There's a new report that just came out that Brady might be dating Kim Kardashian. That's the disaster for the Raiders. He's a Raider. That's funny. All right, y'all. If you're looking for daily videos around the silver and black, hit that subscribe button. If you want more watch parties like you saw today, hit that subscribe button. If you thought today was crazy, I think people would tell you during the regular season it's this, but times 100. Shout out to everyone that tuned in today, but most importantly, shout out to today's MVP, Patrick B. Welcome to Mount Raidermore. Shout out to the rest of Mount Raidermore for showing up today. And, man, I hope you guys had a great time. It's going to be a hell of a month of July, so continue to tune in. From me, from Jeremy Chugs, from the entire Chat Sports team, we'll see you all tomorrow. Raiders, Bills, Madden Simulation Watch Party.